Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Going through it. I don't know. What is this? Right? I'm trying. Let's see if this works. There we go. No, no, no. What is going on? Hopefully, you guys can all hear me. No. Rochelle says, I can hear you. Good, good, good. All right. How's everybody doing? I really be missing you guys. I had family in town last week, and so I wasn't able to kind of get on and do anything. We were out having a ball every night. I'm not cut out for every night anymore. When I tell you, it was something else. You'll probably see them popping in throughout the night, if they come to the show. But last week, yeah. So Bruno Mars was here. Family went to see Bruno Mars, and then they came out arguing over who is gonna get married to Bruno Mars. So that's funny to me. Definitely funny to me. Let's see. Susan Mascarenas, the live was pushed back because I had my child. I'm going to tell you all about it. But my daughter, who may pop in tonight, she usually comes in and says, "Hi, mommy. I love you." And then she tries to take the crowd that's in there and move you guys over to something she's into. Why don't you guys come and join me on TikTok? Why don't you guys come and join me in this puzzle group? Because she doesn't diamond paint. She's tried it, but it's kind of a lot for her. Chaotic. So let me get back to saying hi, Roselle. Hi, Roselle. Usually now, maybe T is delayed. I was delayed. Um, I pushed my time back a little bit simply because I got an SOS, "Mommy, I need you" call. This was the weirdest "Mommy, I need you" I've ever had. Jean, my mom was talking about you today. You and Rebecca. So the funny part about Jean is my favorite name used to be Rebecca Jean, like Rebecca Jean Smith. I'm just gonna, give you guys an idea. My mom is Ann. Dad, William Lawrence Smith. My brother, Michael Anthony. I don't know why I'm not Amy or Jessica or whatever. But I told my mom, that's where Tia came from. Why didn't y'all, name me Rebecca Jean? And so the funny part about that is Jean's older, yeah, she's older. Jean's older sister is Rebecca Jean. And my mom is the one who picked up on that today. She was like, "How's Jean?" I was like, "Mom, I've been out of it and things because of work." And she says, "Well, I know we watch Rebecca every Sunday, but I was just wondering how Jean was doing." So, pretty lady, my mama is thinking about you. I just thought I'd bring that up. Cheryl, how are you? Chaotic says, "Howdy, Tia and all." That's awesome. I heard he puts on a great show. Girl, Bruno Mars. He was there with Anderson Paak, and they both are wonderful, together. Again, my girlfriend's mom and my mom, they were like, "That's my new man. That's my new," they're arguing. My mom said that's her new boyfriend. And my friend's mom said, "Don't be talking about my husband." So I was like, "Oh, she went up to you, mom. This husband, that's up here." I will definitely tell her you said hello. So, yeah, that was a nice little reprieve because I have been going through it. Shout out to everybody who has reached out to me and who has, like Marissa. Marissa be incognito online, guys, but she does reach out and she does check and make sure that, she has this big crafting community and has created a family. And you feel so, connected. She reached out and she checked on me and said, hey, you haven't really been online, everything going okay? And so, I shared that with her. J. Rob, love her to death. She's pregnant. She going through it herself. I miss you too. And she has reached out. Big sis Rebecca, she is definitely someone who, and I'm trying not to pour too much on her at this point, but she is definitely someone who has been there for me through some horrible times. You guys know that I was one of the victims of 2020 when, the pandemic came along and everybody was losing their jobs and things. I found myself living on my savings, and Rebecca helped me like just kind of get out of my funk and get back into just every day and understand that don't let this define you. You're qualified. You can get this. You can do that. Just start applying. Go back through some of maybe some prior job offers you had, and I did all of that. And the funny part is, going back through a prior job offer is how I got employed. Contacted them. It was sitting there open, and if I was wanting to take advantage of it, it was available to me. So, again, that came from just somebody reaching out to me and having the conversation because I never would have thought to do that. So, I definitely appreciated it. Billy, love you. I know you working and you probably just listening if you are in here. But Billy is somebody that I can, reach out to and talk to, when I'm going through some things. So I appreciate that a lot. Billy probably tired of me because if y'all can't tell, I cannot go in the sun at all. So the sun don't like me no more. I told Billy I'm turning into a vampire. Um, Tima, Tima from DP with Sparklers is someone also, and I don't know what's going on with my forehead, but it's everywhere. It's in here, and it just whenever I'm in the sun, and I've been in there for a little too long, my forehead and face and things turn red. It's getting real bad. And then later that day, I start to peel. I'm pretty sure, it's not exclusive to Caucasians, but it's not common. It's not common at all, with African Americans. So I think this is my dad's side starting to come out in me, but I feel like I look ugly. So I'm dealing with that. But I came on camera. Y'all haven't seen me. And I know Miss Shawana, she says, hey, it's good every once in a while to show your face and things. So that's what I'm doing. And I don't have any, filter. I need one if y'all know of one. But yeah, I'm just, and this iPad is horrible. It's not giving the good angles or nothing. It's showing y'all all of this. Black people can get sunburned too. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what Billy was saying to me and Tima. And it's like really starting, it's starting to show. So you're right, Jean. I would have never guessed it though. I would have not to this extent. I mean, every time I go in the sun, I can't be out there long. This is ridiculous. I was like, um, I, t- I told Billy, I'm a vampire. I can't go in the sun. So, um, just to kind of give you guys an idea, real quick, of what I've been up to. You guys know that I am an adjuster, and earlier this year, I wanted to up my numbers and get some letters behind my name. Give myself some, job cred, some job credibility. And I bust my butt. I bust my butt. I studied round the clock. It would be, and my mother was right there with me. I will say this. I could, she'll ask me questions, and nothing was sticking. I couldn't believe it. Like I'm used to, I used to go to lecture hall when I was at Ohio State. I would sit there, and guess what? Everything would just absorb. Woo! Yeah, did y'all get the lesson? Did you read the? I didn't have to read the book. Let's go do the exam. And it would just stick. And that's not happening. So I was studying around the clock, round the clock. You guys know how we always are checking on Wilma Jean because she's always studying and she's doing papers and she's went back to school. That's how it was. But she sounds like she's getting it. Nothing was sticking. So finally, after about a month of round the clock study until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, repetition, if you ask me, there's my Rebecca. Hey, honey. So after studying round the clock, everything started to finally, and that's just probably, if you ask me, repetition, memorization. But it did start to click, and I did start to remember things, and I was successful in passing my certified insurance examiner exam. So I couldn't wait. I was so excited. I definitely got it. And, now I'm working. I bust my butt. I'm working. I'm doing great. The pay increase was incredible, which is why we do it, right? Mm. And so there's going to be times when people, hey, Wendy, how are you? I'm giving you guys tales. I'm talking to you about, just things that we all work through. These are the reasons why we craft. The mental things that, I've been dealing with is why we craft. It's why we go and we diamond paint, or we crochet, or we cross stitch, or we paint, or we draw, or we quill, or we play with polymer clay, we create oils and bath soaps and gels and things like that. These are the reasons why, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So after all of that, maybe I should study insurance. I think you would be great at insurance. I really do. And yeah, I will send you something if that's something that you may be interested in. And so the next thing that I was going to say is, we may not always be accepting of maybe our role that we played in auto losses. We don't realize that we could have done something to maybe prevent the incident. It may not always be you're at fault, I'm in the clear, pay, take care of my stuff. Sometimes there's a duty that you had to observe as well as the other person. And perhaps if you observed that a little bit more, or you took an evasive action, you could have maybe mitigated. That's all that we are saying. Long story short, someone who just didn't like the determination against them is directly suing me. After how hard I worked for my license, after how hard I worked, round the clock, um, directly coming after me. No relation to the accident at all. I wasn't there. I didn't hit your car. But of all that, could have been all the people or all the parties involved that could be on the docket, it's my name directly that they're going after. And so dealing with that is a lot. It's like overwhelming and stuff because I have to act a certain way. I'm not able, to pop off. You can't sue me. What you thinking? I can't do any of that. But the other party, they are capable of reaching out to me whenever because I answer my phone so they can call. And because I have emails, they're able to email. And do they? Hey, what you doing? You gonna change your mind? You gonna, help me out? You gonna pay for things? Obviously, I'm making light of it, but it's a lot. It's a lot to have to cope with, and to get around. Um, because you still have a job that you have to do. And I still have to apply these same principles to to this, claim, when I examine that claim, when I communicate, and roll something out to a team, I still have to use those same principles and apply that same technique, and you do question, could I have done something different? So, mentally, I've been in a space where, I'm either beating myself up all the time, or I don't have time to craft because I'm checking, rechecking, and checking again. Like I'm spending triple the time that I used to spend examining something, making sure I didn't do something, inaccurate or incorrectly. And I don't have, I guess, that protective layer where I feel like I'm good. I didn't do nothing wrong. I don't have that mindset at all. So good. Thank you. And you, my mental health is okay, but has been better. Yeah, I can understand that, Wendy. I'm glad that you are, checking in and coming to see us and things. I get excited when I see you. I get excited when I see everyone, but definitely some of my, my rides or my ride or dies, the ones that have been around. I remember seeing their names when I first started my channel back when my son used to be on with me. So that's why I get so excited when I see like Wendy. She was here. Rebecca's been rocking out with me for a long time. Jean. Jean and I were friends and close, and I didn't even know Jean and Rebecca were related. So, Susan Mascarenas, she has been a ride or die, and I really appreciate that. I really do. I know I go late at night, and so, um, by the time that I come on, a lot of people have started. It's the middle of the week, and you guys have started to, kind of get ready for bed, or you're already in the bed. So I do appreciate all of the company that I get. One other thing before I jump into my crazy daughter is, I know that we have the retreat coming up in October, and I'm hoping, as many people that can go, goes. But last week, I was really in a funk about this last week. Well, maybe the week before. Um, and I was thinking about the past retreat that we had just came from. You guys don't realize how much of peace and serenity that you are providing when you go to the retreats and when you help people just escape from like their everyday, worries and things. Again, that's why we all craft, so that we can get away, we can relax, and we have our Zen moment and things. But I think I was talking to the Uncrafty Crafter, and you guys know Jenny Polly, and Jenny and her sister. They are just such a joy. They are so funny, and they just made me feel, you know, better. Basically, I was in her live, and I was having a moment where I felt like I lost my smile. I had nothing to smile about. And you guys know I try to be upbeat, and I'm always trying to be happy go lucky. And I just didn't have that moment. It was like, when is it coming back? When is my smile coming back? Because I haven't smiled, holistically and organically in a couple of months now. And she said something. I don't even remember what she said, but I laughed. It was like a real wholesome, funny, engaging laugh. And I was so happy. I was so happy. And then a moment passed, and I was like, I really miss you guys. The retreat, we had so much fun. I got a lot of crafting done this past retreat. But one other thing that I know that I got was I had, Zen. I had happiness. I got to just kind of, erase some things from my mind and kind of move forward and just, have some fun carved out. Rochelle says, "Oh, Tia, I Can't wait to see you in October. We will have a ball. I will finish up travel plans this weekend. Glad to hear you were able to. There she is. I was just talking about you, Jenny, and how, yeah, you did give me a smile, and how you don't realize, how what I was sitting here just dealing with and going through, and I was trying, like, I'm trying to connect to the community and stuff. I get these emails, oh, and so, yeah, you just seeing you guys, just you guys cracking jokes, you guys, sharing your love of crafting and something crazy that you guys have been going through. You just don't realize sometimes how that is pulling someone through, a terrible moment, a terrible period, a terrible, you know, just time in their life that they're going through. So I really was missing Jenny and her crazy ass sister. and I went into her live, and like I said, I was trying to find my smile, and I just feel like she gave it to me. Then the next night, we were in J Rob's live, and I started to feel a little more connected. And then we moved into Mrs. Coffee's live. Um, Again, just more connected with the community. I had a lot of laughs. I was learning a lot that night. But I mean, it was bringing me through. It was definitely bringing me through. And so you guys never know. Oh, that makes me so happy. I love you too. I love you too. You have helped me more times than I can. Oh, I definitely appreciate that. But you just don't know how you helped me, Rebecca. So, I definitely, I'm getting over a little bit my hump. I'm trying to find. I mean, I'm working a lot. You guys just don't. I start probably about 5 a.m. and a lot of times, like, my director and said to me the other day, "You just have no work-life balance going on right now," and I don't. I don't, because I'm so scared to make a mistake. This is just horrible to this position to be in. So I'm so scared to make a mistake. I'm dotting every I. I'm crossing every T. I'm going back and checking and rechecking and checking again. And the unfortunate aspect about it is there's no causal relationship. Like, they don't have really any reason to be able to sue me directly. And yet my name is on the docket. And so I'm working through that. I'm working through it. I'm trying to get back to a point where, I'm me. I'm happy go lucky. I don't have no butterflies in. My mother said something about that last week. Like, wearing your butterflies, and things. So we'll see. I feel like, I need a moment to put my butterflies in and just get back into me and stuff. I haven't played with any stickers. My mom said that, she said, "Oh, let me show you what she got me. You guys are going to love this." She thought about me. Yep. Sparkles. I don't know when I'm going to have time to do it. But basically, it's like an entry level. It's supposed to be jelly though, but it's like entry level resin pouring. But she missed me talking about my sparkles and stuff. So she also got, these are like my favorite things. She also got me these sweet scents. It does come with the coloring book as well. But she's trying to get, she said, "I don't see you playing with your toys anymore. I don't see you diamond painting. I don't see you playing with clay. I don't see you cross stitching." And she's right. And then, you guys are going to love this. I don't know if you could see it. It's big. It's huge. It's a coloring book. I thought it was cute. Let's get those butterflies. They are your magic. Oh, that made no sense. I'll text you later, okay? Uh, pray for you, hon, that you get your peace and happiness. Yes. So she got me those. And then she said, maybe you don't want to be at your desk. Maybe it's something about the desk. I was working at my desk that, so she got me a new. I had one of these before. This one is 18 by 18, and I think my other one was like 26 by 26 or 24 by. But it's a board. It comes with a little clipboard at the top. And what can you do with the clipboard at the top? You put your diamond painting there and take with you. You can put this right here on the back. Ouch. This, when I open it, this little band right here allows you to be able to clamp your diamond painting down. You can roll it over and clamp it. So I thought that was some great little toys that she bought me because, the world used to revolve around diamond painting. Listen, you need to, stop talking. It's time for me to diamond paint. Stop. Mom, I got to diamond paint. And cross stitch. I'll never forget, being able to put my feet up. That is so relaxing. That is my Deanne. Um, so I would watch Deanne. She would put her feet up and do her cross stitch, show up in her Zoom. That looks so relaxing. So I said, I want to try it. When me and Billy did our cross stitch collab, I had my feet up. Boy, was that relaxing. Yeah, it's a good mama. Even a butterfly has worm days. Butterfly is there. Oh, yeah, we need to get talking. I need to figure out what and how I'm going to get to the retreat when I get in. I'm just saying. Oh, okay. I will text you later, Bert. Didn't you call me last week? I sent you a message. I don't know. See, my days are flying by, but I will definitely do that. So those are some of the toys that my mom bought. And then I wanted to show you guys. You guys know my little sister, Ashley Crashly, who's probably about to hit the bed. But my, I love her so much. She coined the phrase. And when she coined it, boy, did she coin it. What is this? Did you send me something else that I didn't order? Which I'm pretty sure her and now you see, this is so neat. She sent me a butterfly, oh, sorry. Oh. All right. She's definitely helping me with my smile. What is this? Oh. Oh. Can you guys see? It's me. The Hufflepuff. Oh. Look at that. She's doing such an amazing job. Oh my gosh. That is so cute. All right. I just wanted to show you guys. Obviously, she is doing, look at that. Release papers. If you guys are ever able to kind of check out her Etsy store, Crafts with Crashly on Etsy. And these are the ones I got. Because I know you see the little unicorns. Yeah. There we go. Maybe that will be my smile because I haven't shopped. You know how it is when you haven't shopped and stuff? Shopping makes you just want to do things. So maybe that's it. Maybe I'll go shopping. I don't want to say it. but I haven't seen anything from DAC. Even Dreamer Designs, I've really only been shopping TSA, not just because I'm an affiliate, but obviously that's what we do. When one company is not fulfilling us, we move to another and maybe another. And so right now, my shopping has been pretty much TSA and Craftably. Did you guys know that Craftably is going to be moving away from the tubes? Yeah, so I was like, oh, because I love the tubes. I travel with them. I love them. They are the thing. Let's see. And she has release papers for the. Oh, that's right. She does have release papers that are exclusive to the Great Escape event. So if you guys are in that event and you guys are doing landscapes, that would be awesome. Make sure you guys go and check it out because she does have them in two different sizes. So one size, and she did show these the other day on her channel, but they're in two different sizes. So I just want to make sure. I think that these would be more ideal for a session. Now, I want to commend Jeremy. He's the first person that I saw do it, where he, washi taped his canvas and then he cut along the lines and stuff. And I tried that and I cut the canvas. So that wasn't working for me and things like that. But I do think that these, since they're reusable, would be more ideal. And so the goal of it would be, you're working along in your Great Escape and you put a number on it. I know you guys seen like how they do the mystery diamond painting and you'll, mix the sections up and stuff. That would make it a little bit easier to do. But also, if you're somebody who works section by section, like, how many days is it going to take me? Well, if I do one section a day or two sections a day, this is how long it'll take me, which is a great way to gauge how you're going to complete a painting, especially if you're doing a collab and you're wanting to see, well, this collab's only 30 days, this collab is 2 months. So you guys know My Love is in the Air collab, which is in February every year. That is 30 days. It's the month of, well, it's not even 30 days because February is not 30 days. But so a lot of times the paintings that you guys will work on are smaller, or because we don't require you to finish, just to complete a certain amount. But those canvases, you can then use in others. But it would be an ideal way to be able to say, okay, well, this is only going to be 4 weeks, 28 days. How many of these can I get done in that time frame to gauge it and things. So that's what I like about the release papers. That's the purpose, so that I can gauge how long, and if I just sat down and did two squares tonight, do I have that kind of time to be able to gauge like that? Because, our crafting time may ebb and flow. And so because it can ebb and flow, that's a great way to do it. So on to my daughter, my crazy daughter. Just want to make sure you guys are aware. She left for school. It's been 3 weeks now, I guess, 3 weeks that she's been back on campus. That was, another reason probably that I sunk, into my little, I don't want to call it depression, but maybe, just that funk that you find yourself in. So she left, and the house is so quiet without her. She's quirky, and she loves being a goofball. Thanks. She loves being a goofball. So she'll prank. She pranks my mom all the time. You know, she likes to rile her brother up. So when I do hear them arguing, I come running. What are y'all arguing about? Like, she got into an argument with him about the fact that he doesn't love her. Right? And she's being serious. Oh, I don't know why you don't love me, and I'm tired of being your sister. And she's just all, extra and creating the drama. And soon as he reacts, what did I do? What do you want me to do? You have to tell me you love me. Like, come on. He's mad now. You really don't want to say, I love you when you're mad. And so she likes to do stuff like that. So he goes, I'm like, look, just calm her down. Go tell her you love her. She needs to feel like big brother, loves her. He goes in to tell her he loves her, and she slams the door in his face. So she's trying to get him to laugh. She's trying to evoke emotion and things like that. I get it. I do. But those are the things that irritate us. And now that she's gone, those are the things that we're missing. It's nothing for her out of the clear blue sky to pull her pants all the way up under her, put on some suspenders and some crazy, walk around with she'll do that and then walk hunched over, hey, how's everybody doing? She does crazy stuff like that all the time. Especially when you don't feel like being bothered. So that, is the stuff that, you can't do anything but when you stop and you just start laughing. And then when she's gone, it's so quiet. It's so quiet, you miss her and things. And so I asked her, knowing that she's going back to the dorm, she's an RA. And I'm like, hey, you want mommy to take you school clothes shopping? You want mommy to help you go shopping and decorate your dorm? I have some money left over from working. I'm going to buy my own school clothes. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm not going to stop you. You do that. I'm all for it. So I'm excited, right? She does go and buy her own clothes. She moves into the dorms. She's been in the dorms for 3 weeks. I get a distress call in the middle of the night. She never got her dorm decorated. And I'm like, I'm confused. We talked about this. You've been there 3 weeks. You opted to do your own clothes shopping and pay because you got money. So what did I need to do? And she's going off about how I can't have no friends over. Don't have nowhere to sit. We don't have nothing to do. I just got this little tablet. What do you want? I would like for you to buy me a TV. Okay, I'll get you a TV. I shouldn't have said that, but I did. This is, again, middle of the night distress signal. Today, while I'm working, she's blowing my phone up, calling. I'm like, what is wrong? Everything okay? Did you buy my TV yet? What? We just talked in the middle of the night. So the next time that she messaged, I didn't take her call. She calls my mother to ask my mother if I had went and bought the TV or ordered it for pickup, something. I'm like, what? She's really losing her mind. I said, when I get off, I will go and I will buy your TV and bring it and drop it off. When I get off. You guys know I work from home and I pretty much am able to set my own hours. However, remember, I'm going through a lot and I'm working a lot of extra hours, right? I'm trying to, make sure I'm dotting every I, I'm crossing every T, I'm checking, I'm rechecking. We talked about this, right? So, but when I do get off, and it'll be early enough so that I can go and get this TV, I get another call. Well, when I have company over, they're not going to have anywhere to sit. And, well, can you get some bean bags also? I will get you some bean bags. Okay? All right. She calls again. I don't answer because I'm thinking she's going to bother me about when am I getting off? What time? When are you going to get off? When can I expect this? So my mother gets a call because she's an RA. They gave her a second bed because her room could have accommodated two, but it didn't. So she's going to push the beds together. And she would like a queen size or king size sheet set so it can look like one big bed. I didn't get this message. My mother did. So I started to ignore it. But she made sure I got it. She calls and calls and calls again. Mom, don't forget, I need to get the king size sheet set because I'm going to push my bed together. Blah, 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 blah. On the way to go and get the TV, the bean bags, and the sheet set, because I'm driving, right? My mother gets a call. Mother gets a call. And she answered. Why did she answer? I wouldn't have answered. Don't answer, Mom. Quit taking the calls. So she answers. And now, baby girl, she needs 2 pillows, 2 extra pillows. I said, Mom, I think we're creating her spot for her and her new boo. I think that we're helping her some kind of way. I don't know. I feel, these are too specific items and things. So now she wants 2 pillows. Get into the store. I'm going through. I'm trying to be her, quick on, Johnny on the spot. Do you know I got another call? Another call. Probably should get some body pillows for the people who can't lay on the bean bags. That way they have something to curl up on. And are you serious? Like we really accommodate in the comfort of other people. So I didn't feel like getting the body bags. I didn't. I felt like this is too last minute. I'm almost out the store. So we're going to have what we have. And then we take them up to her dorm. Do you think I got a kiss? Nope. She come outside with a damn mask on. To her mama. She got the mask all the way up her face. I'm like, hi. She just waves. I don't get it. Hi, mommy. Nothing. So I popped the trunk. Because if I'm not getting a kiss, why even get out and help, right? I made sure she got get it all at once. I'm in a hurry. She got the TV. It was a big TV. It was like 32 inches. She got the TV in the box up under one arm. She's got the bag with the sheet set. She's got the 2, you know how you hold them by the tag? She's got the 2 bean bags. And don't forget exactly, I'm her Uber. That's exactly what I said, Rebecca. And then she's got the pillows. And I was like, you better not drop that TV either. So I'm like, and my mother, who was there with me, picking everything out. Oh, and by the way, she needs this. Oh, and by the way, she needs that. As we're driving away, she says, you a better one than me because I wouldn't have bought her shit. Mom, what do you mean? You were relaying everything. You're like my cheerleader. Maybe if I would have had someone saying, don't get it, let her suffer, maybe I wouldn't have. Not one kiss, not one hug, not one, oh, mommy, you're my shero. I'm not Wonder Woman. Nothing. I'm the Uber. I went and got it. I ain't even get no tip. So, needless to say, that is why I started late today, because I anticipated, going up there and things like that, coming back, So she is it's about a half an hour altogether, 20 minutes, depending on traffic and the time of day that you go. But, made this run. And there's no glory. Sometimes there's no glory, in being the mom, except just knowing that you are the mom. I don't get to guilt trip her. I don't get to say, yeah, child, I pushed you out. I gave you life from me. You have, I don't get to do any of that. I wish, be like, I blew into you and there you go. I don't get any of that joy. My phone would be out of service for the and my mom was like, yeah, man, when your kids want something, you go running, you are there, you are definitely a hero to them. But I would love to see, now my son, and maybe because he's older, I feel like he shows me appreciation. You guys know he walked in one time when we had our channel and he plopped down like 4 $100 bills in the middle of a show. And I'm like, what's this for? Put your money away, That's for you to buy diamond paintings. Now you tell me that's not appreciating me. I was like, oh, really? And I spent them all on diamond paintings too. One day you will sit back with her and laugh together about the craziness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So just a little insight. My daughter, at 3 years old, she auditioned for a part in what is that show? It was Miley Cyrus's show on Disney. The boys are so different than the girls. I do see that. I really do. So she wanted to be an actress back then. And so we would be at the mall and she would be acting up and she would, people would come up and they would naturally recognize her and stuff. At I think she was like 14 months, maybe 15 months. We were at a restaurant and she slides out from under her seat. We're in a booth. She slides out from under her seat and she goes over. They had a live band that was playing in the restaurant. It was a nice atmosphere. It was like a brick fireplace with, pizza, it was nice crowd, nice, I would say older crowd, but we were there and we were enjoying ourselves. And she gets up, she wanted to dance, and she went and found her a dance partner. She went up to this gentleman. He was out with his wife, and they had to be retirement age, a little older. And she shakes on his pants leg, and she jiggles, and she does like this. At like 14, when she wanted to dance, she asked him to go dance, and he got up and they danced like 2 or 3 songs on the dance floor. And then when she was tired, she waved at him and went back. Ooh, I couldn't believe it. When I first seen them going out, I was like, that little girl looked just like Tiara. And it was my Tiara. So that's just a little bit of insight. She auditioned. She wanted to, I thought she was going to cry. There was a girl that was 13. She broke down into tears. There was another girl that was like 18 or 19. She saw all those judges looking out into the audience. She went like shell shocked. My daughter, we practiced her monologue and everything that she was going to do over and over. It was ingrained in her. Like I could start saying the line and she would finish. I could start in the middle and she would finish. Like she was ready for this moment. She got up there and forgot her entire monologue and did an impromptu perform. She grabbed that mic at 3 and she started, guess what? I'm going to tell y'all some knock knock jokes. Knock knock. Who's there? Jose. Jose who? Jose, can't you see? And we were sitting there like, where is this stuff coming from? Like, this is nothing that we practice. And I kept telling my husband, stop, it's too much. He had her up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, back up at 6, time to eat breakfast and go back over her monologue. And I kept saying, just let her be a kid, let her be a kid. And what did she get up there on stage and do? She got up there and was a kid. She did. It was a perfect monologue, though. I'm pretty sure we would have won some stuff. But yeah, she went with what she knew. She told like 5 or 6 knock knock jokes that I've never heard. And it was a hit. It was a hit. They brought her back out of over 2,000 kids. She was in their top 26. We got an agent. She's done a lot of stuff locally. She won Las Vegas Rising Stars. She got to be on a couple of kid CDs, where she was singing, helping in the background. She didn't want that. She wanted to be in the front. She don't want to be in the background. She don't want to be in the choir with everybody. She wants to be at the mic all by herself singing. So she did audition at 12 for Arista Records. Arista wanted to put her in an actual girl group. Again, she don't want that. She wants to, be in the front. She does play a lot of instruments. She plays about 12 to 15 instruments. And she is a music major and music education. She wants to be a teacher. And if she can teach music, that would be, the end all be all for her. And then opera, Russian opera. If you guys have followed my show, you guys know that she was the first African American at UNLV to make it into the Russian operetta. And her goal was to, before, this war, her goal was to go to Russia. She is now trying to redirect that focus because that is not on the list at UNLV. But I hope that she endeavors to do so. I would love for her to want to do something like Taylor Swift, and make some money to where I can get this money I spent today back. I would love that. But I don't see it happening. She talking about German opera and Italian opera. And there might be some money in it for her, but I don't know how well it'll trickle down to me. So, but yeah, that was definitely my day, dealing with her and all these 80,000, calls and messages. I hope she here listening to this. I hope you listening. I hope you listening. Send her a bill. Oh, I love how you think. Um, so my mom was like, "You better one than me," because if that was me, I was like, "Mom, that's not true. That's not true." She was like, "No, I would have told your dad to do it because your dad spoiled you." But I just was hands off. My mom did like this. I ain't down. That didn't have my name on it. That's her favorite line. I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't have my name on it. My poor dad didn't have a choice. So I gotta learn that. No, that don't sound like me. That doesn't have my name on it. That sounds like something that I have to learn to adopt. So but other than that, yeah, that's what I've been up to. I just wanted to, come on here, take an honest moment, show you guys some of my favorite things. Obviously my favorite little people, my daughter and my son. My son he just melts my heart. He warms my heart. Not that my daughter doesn't, she does. But just, kids, you interact with them differently. My son is he's growing as a young person into a young man. And I think that he is concerned about his direction. He doesn't want to make the wrong moves and things like that. He had some horrible, horrible relationship issues these last 9 to 10 months since last October, I think, November. Those last three girls that he has dated. And he's getting out there. So that's good, right? They just, I don't think that they appreciated him for who he wanted to be. And I don't think I think he had like a lot of, what do you call those moments where, you just come to your own self analysis? And he's done that. So not one, all of them have pretty much given the same feedback. And the feedback is that he makes great money and he dresses like a bum. The last girl and the first girl, um, they both felt like all the money he makes, he should be, sending them off to get their hair done, sending them off to, paying to get their nails done, things like that. I don't know how to I don't know how to parent that. I don't know how to respond to that. I do teach them to, build themselves up, because how can you be a great partner if you don't have anything to bring to the table? So I feel like those excesses that they're expecting of him, are things that, can make him better, by, building upon his own self worth. I don't know. Where do you guys rein in on that? Because I don't know how to parent that. I don't know how to respond to that. But that is definitely something that we have talked about a lot since last October. And I think I've brought it to you guys, and a lot of people, it's funny. It's funny. Like, really, y'all, y'all raising y'all daughters like this? I don't raise my daughter to have her hand out for a gentleman to send her off somewhere. I raise my daughter to be able to provide those amenities for herself. You want your hair done, you want it looking good, girl, get you a good job and get out there and get it done. You want your nails done, you want them to look good, have some, money in your pocket. For me, I was spoiled. My dad raised me to real, what in the world? I don't think so. My dad raised me, and you guys know I grew up with him, and we had a housekeeper. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't have to do a lot. And it was mind changing and mind boggling. When I got married, my first husband he's French. He's from another country. Okay. And because of that, he was raised a little bit, he was raised different. It was different cultures, you know, race and different cultures that we were dealing with. Did you tell him not to go Dutch at Taco Bell? That was my mistake, going, going out with a guy that thought I was going to go Dutch. So yeah, that lesson has been ingrained. But for lack of a better way of explaining it, he lived in a tourist town where he relied on tourism to make rent, and that's how he was raised. So here in the States, we work Monday through Friday. We have, you know, or weekend. Some people work into the weekend. But for lack of a better way of explaining it, we usually have a 40-hour work week that we are, I don't want to say confined, but that's the best way to describe it, that we're confined to. And so that wasn't the mentality that he had. If he had to work 3 days to make that month's rent, that's all he worked, and that was it. And so there wasn't a lot of, alignment, and we're not thinking about that when we're young and we're like, you want to marry me? I think I want to marry you. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go. So we was floating on the cloud, and then the cloud, it came down and it landed, and we was like in the midst of life in the neighborhood, and we want to keep this roof over our head. We got things we have to do. And so I learned the hard way by getting out there and having to do it, with nobody responsible to take care of you but you. Get your butt out there, start, working, and have a viable income. We met in college, which is where a lot of people meet their partners and best friends and things. And so I learned to work hard and to provide and to, have a savings. I moved over from there because it didn't work out. And so then I moved over from there, and I'm in, my next life, struggle and things. And I went from one end of the extreme to the other. I had one didn't want to work. I had to work. I had to do everything. Come on now. You don't see this obligation you got, family, kids, mortgage, And I went to the other end, which we normally do. I ain't gonna never get with nobody like that again. I need to move, some things around and change my perspective, which is what I did. But the next one, my kid's dad, he was the man work, woman stay home, take care of the bills. Take care of the household, I'll take care of the bills. You take care of the cooking, I'll buy the pots and pans. So when it came to me wanting to go back to school, kind of change, my major, things had changed since the last time that I was in school. And COBOL and Visual Basic, they weren't even programming languages anymore. And they were programming languages that were on the way out when I was first in school. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at, I'm being, what is that called? Trolled. What is that? That doesn't look good, but it's never, ooh, ooh, ooh. That's not good, right? What is that? Can I do that? Okay. Anyway, language, school, everything had changed. So because everything had changed, it's time to maybe redefine and go back to school. So I did that. I went back to school. Woo, that caused an uproar in the relationship. What you mean? You want to go back to school? What you mean? You want to work? You want to have a job? I take care of my, that was very difficult, But what I learned is it was a good thing that I did because, whenever that new shiny glittery toy comes along, everybody, well, not everybody, he went to looking at the new shiny toy. And I'm referring to, the other lady. She was a shiny toy. She was gorgeous. She was beautiful. She laughed at his corny ass jokes. I guess I didn't laugh or chuckle hard enough because I'm too busy washing out your drawers. So sorry about that, guys. Just a real life moment there, huh? And so we fade in comparison when we're not the shiny toy. When we see you, we know who you are. We are encountering life with you. And we can't compete against the new shiny toy. The new shiny toy got to wash some drawers and they weren't happy. It was like, bye, see you, boom, cheated on them. I don't know what happened. I don't know why you left, but you should have stayed where you was at. She the only one gonna appreciate you, So they do always, for whatever reason, they do always try to come back. But at that point, I had gained a lot of independence, things that I had learned, get out there, work, kind of build myself up, save for a rainy day, things like that. And I had did pretty good job. I did a phenomenal job. I wanted to also, show the kids that I wasn't, being controlled by the need. I remember I didn't know what I was going to do. He walked out, he left, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And I remember a friend of mine, I was in school, still in school, and a friend of mine says, you need to go to the welfare office. I was like, they're going to help? They're going to help do something? So I go to the welfare office. But by the way, it didn't help do anything. But that's another story. So I go and they were like, oh man, I can't believe. So you guys came out here all the way from the other side of the United States. You're out here by yourself. No family, no friend. Nope. Got a job offer. Came out here to take advantage of some entertainment opportunities, but, life happens and the relationship is, busting up. And they were like, that sucks. If I were you, I probably would start prostituting. That was the advice I got from the welfare office. True story. I don't know what else you're gonna be able to do. I don't, we ain't gonna be able to find you nothing that immediate. You got bills and things like that. You can always think about our women and children's homeless shelter. But unfortunately, because your last 3 months you were under, his financial guidance, we wouldn't be able to assist. They did decline my application. And I was like, wow, so you guys really don't help. And it was like, well, you can reapply. Obviously, I would be dead by then. I would be dead by then. And so, when I hear about those things that, my son tells me that these girls are expecting, that these girls are, it just, puts me back in that frame of mind where I'm thinking, we still have some work to do when it comes to, what we're infusing into the minds of our youth. I don't want him to be so callous that he has someone he cares about and you're like, girl, you need to do half, I don't, raise him like that. But if we've just started dating and we've gone on a couple of dates, mostly group dates and things of that nature, at what point is it a good idea to think about commingling fun? Because I've been married twice, and I'm gonna tell you, I didn't commingle at all, at all. First husband didn't want to work. We had 3 accounts: his account, my account, Bill account. Second husband, he wanted to do all the work, and guess what? I still have my own bank account, and so I just don't know, and that would be where you guys can rein in. Put your little comments down in the comment box and let me know, how do you parent that? How do you parent? What is the information that you impart to your child? So yeah, they told him that they don't like the way he dressed. My son is Nike out. He's Nike'd out. He'll wear, a few. I think he has a pair of jeans. I don't recall seeing him in any, but tennis shoes, Jordans. These are not cheap clothes, but they're not dressy clothes. And the first girl, she said to him, I'm looking for a man. Somebody that's going to wine and dine me. I didn't know that was the definition, but I get what she's saying. Someone that doesn't dress like a bum. So that was the first time he heard it. The second time he heard it, she started off with, where are we going? Is he dressed? This is the way he's dressing for it, also alluding to his clothes. And then the last girl, she went in. You know, she didn't really get along with his best friend, and they've been friends for over a decade. They've been through, growing up together and things like that. He still got some growing to do, but I don't see the friendship going away to the extent where, we've been talking to each other for a month, and you all of a sudden are telling me, he got to go. It's either him or me, things like that. You dress like a bum. So my son will wear, his Nike gear. He loves his, athletic gear and his Jordan tennis shoes. He's got probably 25, 30 pair of shoes, and they're not cheap. One pair of Jordans is like $200, $250. Athletic gear is not cheap. It's just, it's not dress clothes. And so I think one of the things that he is starting to try to accept and to maybe come to a realization on is maybe there is a time and a place that's appropriate for this type of dress. And maybe I should have some clothing that's, more suited for night, evening or dating and things like that. What do you guys feel? What do you guys think? I don't know, what to say. He doesn't go to the club a lot. He doesn't drink. And so he will pop some candy, but he doesn't drink, and he doesn't go to the club a lot. So maybe if he went to the club a few more times to see what that style is like, maybe, he would gain an appreciation. I don't know. Um, there is a lounge here. It's a gaming lounge, and a lot of people who like to play games, they'll go up there and they'll meet other people that are into gaming and things like that. And so he goes to that lounge, but everybody there is dressed comfortably. They're dressed in last week's t-shirt, the loose collar and everything. They definitely aren't wearing, what is it, Versace shirts and Stacey Adams shoes. How do I know that? I don't even know how I know that. But they're not dressed like that, in other words. So yeah, those are my challenges. My two kids. Like I said, my son, he's a breeze. He's warm hearted. He does craft. He crafts a lot. He likes to embroider, and he also diamond paints. He was big with me when I had a few years ago. I say a few years, it's been about 20 years, maybe 15, 17, something like that. He was little, but he was with me when I did my men's line. I used to have a men's line of, bath soaps and bath oils and things like that. And he would be right there with mommy on his stool and helping me out and things like that. Um, I've got nothing to offer. I'm literally in pajamas and leggings all day, every day. Aw, yeah, I don't, have a lot. Does he ask you these things, or does he feel okay with his choices? He's actually asking. He's like, so he told me that him and his friend Caesar, they are going to a club this weekend. And he literally asked me what I felt he should wear. And he said, how we've talked about, me, the girls think I dress like a bum. And I normally would just wear something that I felt I was comfortable in. But I'm wondering, just, me and you talking, Mom, should I, do something different? And I said that being that it's going to be, he doesn't go to the club a lot, and he doesn't remember what anybody was wearing the last time that he went. I'm pretty sure, around the time he turned 21, he, went out and things like that. If you go out on campus, a lot of times on campus, you can get into a club, when you're over 18, you just can't drink or something like that, which didn't bother him because he doesn't drink. But I told him that I think that he should give it one try to dress, in something that's other than athletic gear. And to see when he goes out if he, kind of appreciates how he feels, and things like that. I don't want him to change who he is. And this may not be who he is. But he's respectful. He's very respectful, very mannerable. Last week when family was here in town, and we went out to eat. He dressed up to go out to dinner. But I think he was doing that simply because family is family. And, you always want to put your foot forward, best foot forward when you haven't seen them in a while. Also, because, this latest, he dressed like a bum comment, um, it's still fresh. It's only been a little over a month, and it's still fresh. And I think it's on his mind. And so I think, he wore a button up Oxford shirt. He wore black dress pants and he wore black dress shoes. So not too much, but he has those anyway for special occasions. We going to a graduation, we're going to some sort of, major dinner or something like that. He has those clothes. But when it comes to how he dresses and how he feels comfortable when he's going out on his own social, outing, I don't want him to change who he is, but I don't know how to parent that. The fact that he asked means he's got some interest. Otherwise, he wouldn't even consider making a change. Okay, I like that. I like that. So hopefully, we don't want, as our kids get older, we don't want them to end up alone. I don't want my kid to be the nerdy kid in the corner where everybody else all, so we do want them to, be able to find partners. I'm sure that's what my mother thinking. You ever go on date again? Because my mother, I think she waiting on me. I think she got options. Um, and she'll say stuff like, "You ever gonna date again? We gonna find you a man." She say that all the time. Don't you miss company, Mom? Stop that. And I think that's because she miss company. He might like the attention he gets from wearing something a little nicer. That's what my mom said. She said that. She said, "Ooh, he talking about going and getting him a nice little outfit, and he go out. He gonna have all these girls, and he's gonna probably enjoy that attention." Sounds like he hasn't met someone who was right for him. Everyone's style is different. He'll meet someone who will partner with him and introduce him to our styles in a positive manner. I like that. I do. I like that. I just don't know, like I said, how to parent it, how to, you know, um, how to, maybe make it so it's not something that's on his mind. Because I'm pretty sure if he's going out, the first thing he says to me when he talks about it, it's on his mind. It's on his mind. He can do it all and look good doing it. Let him try, but know if he is high maintenance, so will she. Yeah, I don't see him being high maintenance. Not well, maybe. I don't see it in regards to like dressier clothes, but when it comes to his shoes, he got to have. Oh, they got the latest Jordan that's coming out. I can't wait to get these kicks. When I go to the gym, my son, he'll go to the gym. He's got his gym membership. He pay $100 and some a month. I was like, you better get over to Planet Fitness. They charge $10 a month. What you doing for 100? I think he told me he's doing 160 or something like that. $160 a month. What are they doing? Like you getting special attention? Because they got to be doing something for that. You gonna pay $10 at Planet Fitness. Being himself is always great advice. I do, hope that he doesn't come outside of himself. Anybody that used to watch the show back when Justin co-hosted, that he is got a very sweet, kind heart, and because of that, I feel like he definitely doesn't need someone that's high maintenance that can maybe steamroll over him and things, because especially if she's gorgeous. He has one girl that's in his heart. She's in mine too. Um, and she's grown up and she's made some mistakes, and she would just be so welcome back. They live so far apart. She lives in Colorado and he lives here in Vegas, and life happened in between all that distance and things, but I miss her. I love her, and there was always, I think, a hope from both of them that they would have been able to find their way kind of back to each other, and it just didn't happen. Well, it hasn't happened yet, but yeah, sometimes the choices that we make just aren't the best choices, and you know how we overcome those decisions, set our future up. So I don't know, what that looks like for her and things like that. I know there was talk of about a month ago some of her family members came to town and stuff like that, and found out that her and Justin do still keep in touch, and they wonder, you know, they wonder basically if he gonna try and rescue her and stuff. Sometimes it's just not, not the right time. So we'll see. Oh, the saga continues. I know when he was on the show with me, he used to share a lot of that with you. And he asked me all the time, did you tell everybody about this? What did they say? What did they say? Definitely. I told everybody about the first girl because I was shocked. Because she told she was looking for a man, and what are you, a girl? Positive energy. And I like how you encouraged him to try a different style. Yeah, I don't think it'll hurt. And I don't think that, if something is for you unless you give it a try. If you're willing to be open to try new and different things, you can open the possibilities for just a lot of new passions and stuff. So hopefully, he'll enjoy the experience, and he'll be like, Mom, look at me. I'm looking good. I'm looking good. I'm going to dance. That's one thing he can do. He was the captain of the all-male hip-hop dance squad. I don't know if you guys see those Millennium and those Unity videos online, but him and a friend, they were starting to choreograph at one of the studios, but work got in the way. So, and I thought that he was going to be the dancer that, did all the choreography for his sister, and then she would be the singer. But, you can't choreograph no Russian opera song. She ruined the family dream. I'm joking in case you out there. Yeah, so he's a good dancer. He does everything except, you tell me he didn't like, it's too much for him. It's that real fast, like, I don't know, samba or something. It's really fast. And he is like, I don't like it. It's just too fast. But yeah, he's had to do all of it. Waltz. They had to do pop. They had to do a lot of, what is it when you're, feeling the moment? Modern, I think they call it. He doesn't do tap either. He doesn't do tap. But he did take gymnastics and stuff, so he's very agile. And he took taekwondo, and so, what's that, capoeira? He's taking capoeira also. So, he has some, he won't be, he'll be on the dance floor. He won't be, the cornball in the middle that everybody's laughing about when it comes to dancing. Thankfully, Other than that, that's pretty much all that I had. I was wanting to share with you guys just kind of, low key what I've been up to, what's been going on mentally with me, and, why a lot of people have been reaching out, and they made me feel so great. So, so great. And, when you guys hear me say I'm trying to get my smile, that's why I'm working on it, trying to get my smile. And when I get off from work, I just miss like hearing you guys' voices, going to everyone's channels and listening to them. I get off from work, I'd be like, let me get away from this desk. No, I'm not doing nothing tonight. I don't feel like, my butt needs a break. So, working from home has its benefits, but it also has a lot of drawbacks and things like that. No change in scenery and things like that. The food around here, like my mother, she told me she doesn't like it now that I'm on collagen. I'm going to show you guys what I've been taking. I've been taking these Collagenic Burn. See it? Collagen. I did have my buddy Rebecca read through the ingredients for me and check them out. I've been on them for a while. I will tell you that my appetite is all over the place. It's mostly gone. I can eat, I can drink coffee in the morning and maybe eat some eggs. And I may not be hungry again until 6, 7 o'clock. I'm not losing no weight though, just so you guys are aware. Not to my knowledge. I can't imagine you not smile. Oh, that's so beautiful. So I I definitely feel like it's worked. Well, the other thing that the collagen is doing is my hip had been bothering me so much these last 6 months. Like really bothering me. I know I'm old. I know, and I'm getting older. But dang, it didn't have to come on this like full force. Give me a decade. Like, yeah, let me have an ache here. And next decade I have a pain here. And then that decade after that, a little stronger a pain and things like don't throw it all at me at once. It's like January came, my birthday's in December. January came and poof, you old. I'm like, my hip been bothering me so much. And you guys know it's not good because it's my right hip. I already have a bullet in my knee on my left leg. So I'm dealing with, scar tissue and arthritis forming over the bullet because I still haven't had it removed. I'm lazy. I'm scared also. And next thing you know, I got a hip problem and it's hurting. And acetaminophen don't do nothing. I don't know why, but what is acetaminophen for? It doesn't cure anything. Don't take nothing away. It's like a waste of swallowing these big giant pills. Because, acetaminophen is a long caplet tablet type thing. It's not, little and tiny. It's a waste. I'm trying to swallow it. It gets stuck in my throat. I'm like, ooh, And then don't let it start to dissolve in your throat. You can feel it. And you're like, So I, hate acetaminophen, but I'm scared of ibuprofen. I'm scared of ibuprofen because I know that it does increase your heart rate. But ibuprofen reduces inflammation, and you can definitely tell that it's helping with the pain, at least when you take ibuprofen. So I was like, I'm just going to have to be resigned to take some ibuprofen. I just won't take as much, but a little bit in my system will help more than nothing at all, right? Gotcha. So I start taking that, and they got me. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I see all of this skinny youth collagen, try the collagen. You should try the collagen. It's good for you. It's great. Take you back to when you're 20 years old. I took the collagen. Throw up some butterflies for Princess Tia. Yes, please. So I take the collagen. Oh my gosh. All I can say is once you get on collagen, you better stay on collagen because when you come off, you know that you just came off collagen. So my first time getting the black, this right here, the sunburn peeling skin, I was in Detroit. No, I was in Flint. I had just left Billy's hot ass. It was so hot. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's going on there. But y'all have humidity on the East Coast that I've never encountered. And I grew up on the East Coast. I was like, I've never felt this hot before. I was dying. I go outside on the front patio because we're going to get some ice cream. We're going to cool down from the inside, right? But the minute I go out in the sun, I'm a vampire. And I start peeling, right? I start peeling. So that's when I had my friend kind of check on the collagen to see, is it the collagen? No, it's not. And I stopped taking it. I stopped taking it because I'm worried. I don't know if that's it, right? Don't stop taking collagen once you start. When they tell you that it helps you with, muscle, whatever, I don't know what it does, but it helps a lot. And when I don't take it, I feel it. So if you use like Skinny Youth, I think is what I started, and it's the powder that you put in your coffee. Okay, it turns the coffee gray. It's an aesthetic. It didn't taste no different. I wasn't even looking. I took a sip. It was fine. As soon as I looked at it, I was like, why my coffee gray? I had already put my creamer in. I use sugar-free creamer. I don't put any sugar. That's my little dairy, for the day. I enjoy it. But again, it turned the coffee gray. And so it's just that mentality. It's like, they say you could get a brand new trash can, brand spanking new, never used or anything like that. Scrub it up, clean it up, disinfect it, bleach it, all of that. You take the lid and you put the finest cut of meat and everything on it, and you serve it to somebody. Would they want it? Even though it's clean, it's a trash can lid. No, because it's a presentation. So that saying, when I heard that, couldn't be more accurate. So it's the same thing, Skinny you turns the coffee gray. It's a trash can lid. You don't want gray coffee. No matter how good it tastes, no matter how same it tastes, because it tastes the same, it's still on the trash can lid. So I couldn't drink it. I had to switch. Collagen. And so that was the first time that I was without my collagen. Oh my gosh. That switch. When I tell you, remember the pain I told you came in? It was like, my birthday's in December. Come January, pain. Right? It came back, but it was like, pain. It was like double the pain. Like I didn't remember it being this bad. So like my hip and everything was back hurting, aching, throbbing. My knee, it was so bad. I remember one night I was on with Tima. I told her, girl, guess what? I'm going to get a cortisone shot. I don't care if I got to go every other, I know, depending on how bad the pain is. Some people go back, a couple times a week, once a week, twice a week, every other day to get this shot. And I told her, I'm going to do what I got to do. But that's how bad it got. And I was in the process of waiting on the next collagen to come in. It takes like 3 days, 4 days for the new collagen to kick in. Once that kicks in, whew, the pain is it's like it's not there. Like I don't feel it, So I don't, how you pop your, I don't know if you know this, but sometimes you get up and your knees, they just creak and pop. You sound like you're cracking your knuckles, but it's in your knees and your hips, your elbows, your ankles, your toes. I mean, I could pop my toes. I can pop my toes. Can you believe that? So, what I'm saying is, I take the collagen because I like it, because it takes away the pain, but it also takes away my appetite. That's the one thing that I'm noticing. Again, these shoulders, you see, the shoulders are still the shoulders. It's just still my shoulders. But my appetite, my mother is just like, you don't eat. You need to eat. I made you some eggs and I brought you some coffee and you haven't eaten anything. Mom, I've had some milk. This is my other crack, guys. Milk. Yep. I have an addiction. I think you guys have heard me say this before. To fat-free milk. I could drink regular milk, 2%, 1%, but I prefer skim milk. And I know that it's like drinking water. I've heard that. Everybody says that when I say, skim milk will be fine. That's like drinking water. But it tastes like milk. It's just thinner. I have an addiction to milk. That's where the carbs come in. So even if this was working, I have an addiction to milk. And I am going to be honest when I say I can drink probably a gallon of milk a day. 1 gallon a day. And you know what? I blame my mother because she wouldn't breastfeed me when I was a kid. I breastfed both of my kids. They don't like milk. They don't like milk. They drink almond milk if they need milk. Had my mom have breastfed me, these shoulders wouldn't be here, right? And I'd probably be drinking almond milk, right? Is that how that works, guys? Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just wondering. Is there an addiction that you guys, besides diamond painting? Because I understand that is just an amazing addiction. I'll never forget the first time I saw a diamond painting and I saw someone doing it. And I was like, oh man, I got to do this. I got to find one. And I went online, you know where we all go. We wait. We all used to go to AliExpress. Big difference between human milk and cow's milk. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Human milk is sweeter. It tastes like cereal milk. That's why my daughter, she just wouldn't let me go. Ah! Ah! She's 3 years old, and I'm like, girl, stop. She's coming up to me. And the doctor says, you know, you can breastfeed until she's 5. If you don't stop that talk, I wanted to hit him. He was young. I didn't want him as a pediatrician as it was, because I remember thinking, he's too young. You know, I should take him home and put him in the bed with the kids and have, you know, change his diaper also. I remember thinking that. And he said the worst thing. You guys ever know when a kid has an outie, right? What do we tell the kids with outies? What do? We say, put a $50 on it, right? And it'll start to heal and it'll close, right? Those are like, well, old wives' tales, I want to say, you know, but they're there for a reason, right? We grew up, our grandparents raised us like that. You know, we take what our grandparents said, our parents then, you know, infuse it and then teach it to us, and then we have it, right? He says, oh, she needs surgery. Yeah, that's bad. She needs surgery. We put a $50 on it. She went back to the doctor. She was fine. Like, he said she needs surgery. Oh, looks like it closed. Is that because of put the $50? Oh yeah, we normally tell people that, but you know, the younger doctors, you know, they're trying to get paid. They're trying to build their residency and stuff. Okay, well, thank you. Because I was putting a $50 on it. I don't have money to help build residencies. You know, that. What do you guys? Have you guys heard that before? Put a $50, silver dollar on the navel because it's, you know, herniated. It's hanging out a little bit. Looks like a little mini penis trying to come out of the belly, right? What do you guys think? Have you ever heard that? I've heard it millions of times. My grandmother had 11 kids. So, unfortunately, she had a set of twins that passed, and then they fostered a child. 11 kids, you know, and then she had 8 children that were stair-stepped that she was raising at the same time. So, you know, baby calf needs to drink that same milk to become 600 pounds in 10 weeks. Wow. That, you know, you just, Amanda! Hi, how are you? I'm doing okay. I'm trying to get my smile back. Seeing all you beautiful people is definitely helping me. Are you all moved in? Not yet. I know you got some work ahead of you. So, yeah. Well, that's a lot. I don't know what to say about the 600 pounds in 10 weeks. You're ruining dreams over here. Milk dreams. That's not great. So, yeah, just sharing, you know, a little bit about everything that I've been going through and sharing about doing good, not fully moved, but sleeping at the new. Oh, I know that's exciting. I would be so excited. Do you have big plans? I'm going to knock this wall out. I'm going to bring something in over here. Do you have those kind of plans? I remember my father. Have you guys ever heard me talk about Operation Get Rid of the Bitch? That was a plan that me and a friend of mine had because it's the animal kingdom. Yeah. Because my dad had a girlfriend and that was her, you know, she come into the house, you know, and it was set up the way my dad wanted it to be set up. This is his house. You know, he saw the house. We stayed in a 3-bedroom apartment before he bought the house. And he got the apartment right around the time when him and my mom had separated. And they were going through a divorce. And he wanted us to have, you know, rooms and stuff. But he was doing better. He had some dreams, some pipe dreams that didn't come to fruition while they were a young couple. But then he had one dream that he started to build towards, and it became a success. And with that success, he was able to then buy a house. And because he had me, he needed someone to help take care of it. So we had a housekeeper. So he gets this girlfriend. She comes and she's like, "Oh, yes, this is beautiful." Like she was shopping for the house. The house is bought. We live here. It's occupied now. And she's going around and she's just saying, "I'm going to knock out that wall. I'm going to raise this up over here. I'm going to put in this." And she's just talking out loud. I don't think she realized it. But how's she going to make these changes in the house? And I had a friend over. "You have a list?" Good. But see, it's your list for your new home. You didn't move into somebody else's home and say, I got a list. We're going to have to make some changes around here. Some things going to have to change. You didn't do that, which is awesome. So she comes and we're sitting. We had, my father was a fan of these, but you know how you have those, what do they call them, sectionals, where, you can change the sectional, you can make it a U, and you can, make it a big line. And, my dad had sectionals, and he would love to kind of move stuff around and things like that. So we're, piled up in the sectional, got our feet over the back. We're just hanging out, having a good time. She was like, "We definitely going to have to get rid of that." I didn't know if she meant me. I felt that she was talking about me because she pointed. And the only other thing in the area was moi. It's just me. So mine is mostly involving paint. No walls coming down. All right. Woo. Paint. Are you going to hire a painter or are you going to do it yourself? That sounds like a lot of work. If you can hire somebody, definitely do so. So she pointed in my direction. I'm thinking she's talking about me. Wow. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But that's Operation Get Rid of the Bitch time, because she's talking about knocking out walls and things like that. This is supposed to be my legacy. That was my conversation with my dad all the time. Anytime he got something, I was like, "You better not mess it up. That's my legacy." My dad could come home with a stick with a rusty nail coming out of it. "You better get that taken care of. That's my legacy." So, nope, doing the work myself, one demo at a time. Oh, well, I know that when we do it ourselves, we do have a better appreciation. We enjoy it a lot more also because that came from us, like the fruits of our loin type thing. "Yes, that's mine. I raised you up. Now, grow into the world." So, yeah, she just wanted to do a lot. She wanted to change too much around, and I felt like, keep in mind, I was formed. A lot of people call me spoiled. I don't really think I'm a spoiled. I feel like I was formed. When my mom calls me spoiled, I tell her, "Y'all formed me." I didn't. I was allowed to live my boundaries, and you formed me. So, we just had to do something about it. We had to come up with a way. I sabotaged the house. No lie. My dad's house that she was trying to tear down, I tore up. But I blamed her for everything. That must have been Miss Marie. She was in there last. Oh, Tia. So it was your dad who actually invented the pointer stick thing. He gave me the wherewithal to come up with, these crazies. The ideas that I come with. That's a good idea. The ghetto finger stick. Just so you guys are aware. And that thing really sold. We were doing scholarships and helping. Where's my ghetto? I had it over here. My son uses it. So just so you guys are aware, what she's talking about is, you guys know how we all have these overhead, like mine is right here. Okay, my phone, it wasn't charged, so I had to go for my iPad tonight. But I do have an iPad stand that sits on the other side of my desk. And because it's all the way on the other side of my desk, when I needed to, reach and do things, I was like, dang, I'll be right back. I got to get up, and I got to go all the way around touching things. Then I had to come back. and I'm gonna sit down now. Okay, oh, I forgot to do this. I'll be right back. Let me get up. All right, I'm gonna go touch on the iPad. Okay, I'm gonna come back. Everything is okay. Oh, I forgot. One last time. I gotta hit the go live button. I'll be right back. So I got tired of that. What I did, where is my stick? I usually keep my stick, but my son, oh, here's my son had borrowed it. So I came up with this idea. It's so funny. But I was like, YouTube can buy this right off of the line. 25 cents. I was trying to get people to maybe buy me a coffee and things like that for the instructions on how to create this awesome invention. This awesome invention. And I feel like, it can still take off. It can still do some things. But I call it the ghetto finger stick. Look at this. Look at what it can do. Look at what it. Oh, here we go. Boop. I didn't want to end the live though, so I'm just gonna back up off of it. But here you go. Look at that. And I'm pretty sure everybody has the items, the ingredients, right there at home. You could simulate it. You could simulate it. Now, for my pure genius that I just shared with you, that I just made your life so much easier. Right down here. Is it right here or is it's right here? Here we go. Right here. You're going to hit that subscribe button. Boom. And then down here, boop, boop, boop. In my description box, buy me a coffee. So, but that was the pure genius. It was a lot of fun. Everybody was, mentioning it, and we just had a lot of fun with it. But what I will say is it worked because I didn't have to keep getting up. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And then the funny part was my son was doing something. I think he was going to a online gaming. He was like, "Mom, can I get that stick thing that you made?" I'm like, "What?" "Yeah, that thing that you made too." And I was like, "You want to borrow my ghetto finger stick?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "No, why don't you just make your own? Didn't you watch the show?" I loaned it to him, guys. I'm still a good mom, but I did loan it to him. But I'm just letting you guys know that was the purpose of it. And that really helped out. I was able to I don't often go live from my iPad because I feel like you can see everything. But that's why I went live tonight. Not to mention the fact that my phone was not charged. But, I'm having a real moment, letting you guys see that I'm over here peeling. I'm It was very fun and funny to see everybody had such great versions. That was the other thing. We should have did a compilation video. So my accomplice was J Rob, guys, just so you guys are aware. And she would be with other people on there and said, "Do you have one? Well, let me see what you have and can you make it?" And Cheryl's right, just coming up with all the different iterations. Somebody used a yardstick at one point. You can use your mop, your broom. This was just great ideas that people were coming up with just to kind of have some fun with it. And yeah, it was amazing to see. But yeah, it worked. We're sitting around. What do you do when, like for me, I have my desk and I have like my trays and, I keep stuff. I love to keep stuffed animals around and stuff. So my stuffed animals will fall off onto the floor. My mom's always, I hate to see this, but she'll crawl on her knees when one of my stuffed animals will fall to the floor and things like that. I hate it. So I needed a big one. I use the end of a broom to be able to scooch my stuffed animal back over and then put it back on my desk. So we all could benefit from our own personalized ghetto finger stick. Make sure you guys get the instructions and hit that down below. Where's it at? Is it right here? It's right here. Hit that subscribe. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I really appreciate you guys all coming out tonight, hanging out with me, having a good time. I had a good time tonight. I feel a lot better. Just having people to talk to and reading your responses. It's been I guess it's been about 6 weeks that I've been really trying to overcome. What is this? I got the summons by email. Um, it was the weekend right before the 4th of July. So that whatever that Saturday was it the first? I think that was the first. So I got the summons that day. I don't know what I was doing, but I was working, and obviously it's a weekend, and I probably was just. I mean, not that it would have been any better coming back in on that Tuesday, but I definitely was working, and I got the email, and I've been just out of sorts ever since. Not to mention, it hasn't been a great year. I'm grateful, to be here and to still be, maneuvering through. But you guys know, I was with my brother and going through it, getting mentally beat up, trying to make sure I got my brother over the hump. He wasn't doing well, and I was scared. And my brother and I are very close, very very close. He moved his entire family from the East Coast out here. Didn't know anybody, and was only coming out here because me and my second husband, we had broke up, and I was going through divorce, and he felt like the kids need some semblance of family. And so he wanted to be out here to be close to me and help with his niece and nephew. So, not that's a lot. And every time him and his wife have a disagreement, or, she's irritated or frustrated with him, every time she mentions it, you brought me all the way out here to be with your sister. You love her. You out here. You got somebody. I left my family to come out here to be with you, and I don't have anybody. And she brings that up a lot. So when he got sick, I felt like it was a duty that I had to embrace in order to help him overcome any type of animosity that she may extend, because he's sick. They're all the way out here. And now on top of that, she got to look out for him. She got to take care of him and things like that. My mom was shocked. My mom, after my stepdad passed away, she came out here to stay with me, and she knew that he was coming out here because I'm out here, but she never realized how much he goes through hearing it all the time. you know and since she's been out here, my mother hears it all the time. You did so with love and grace. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, Cheryl walked me through all of that, and I am so very grateful. Uh, just, obviously, just knowing how to be there for him. I didn't even know that. And with Cheryl being able to help guide me and say, what's going on? Well, how's he feeling? Have you guys checked this? Have you guys done that? It gave me a sphere of reference for when we would go to his doctors, for how to help him, keeping his feet elevated, helping him with his diet. That was a lot. My mom helped out by cooking, but I had to go and because I was trying to help him keep his household. She was at the point where she had packed up and left because she felt like, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up to take care of you. You had some, precursors. I mean, you had some warnings, and you didn't adhere to them. And now that you are sick and this has occurred, I'm, saddled with having to take care of you. And so I didn't want that burden on her. And I also didn't want him to have to, endure. He's sick. He's not well. And right now, there's not anything that we can do to change things. And so let's try to, work together to get over it. But it was just me working to get over it, get him through these doctor's appointments, get him through, just getting up. He couldn't even stand up. His head was lollygagging. I remember I was like, what's wrong? And I'm fine. And I was like, you look like you see a bunch of Tweety birds, and it's funny to look back on now. But I remember at the time, I was like, oh my God, you look like you see a bunch of Tweety birds. And it's like, I don't see no tweet. I was like, why is your head lollying like that? Like his head was lollying. So, you know, and it is, you know, obviously, you know, we're getting older. Like I said about my hip pain, you know, he is diabetic. And so he has to start to adhere to, you know, his diet regimen. He can live with it. You know, it's something that I definitely learned. You know, I got some guidance. I got a lot of, whenever I have questions, I can go to Cheryl, and you know, I got a lot of information and insight, and I just, you know, hope that I did start to, I did start to feel like, you know what, there's some things that I'm not going to be able to do for you, that you have to buck up and do for yourself, you know. And I'm here. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. I've been abandoned you, but I have life that I have to live also. And I can't do everything. Can you hear me? I hope you can. Is it still off? How about now? Nope. Hot, hot test. 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 Oh, okay. um, so you know, it was just a semblance of you know, who we are, just trying to get him to realize, you know, this may be something that you'll have to struggle through for the rest of your life, but you can do it. There's a lot of people out here who, you know, have worse diseases, and you know, they are managing to still be able to do some things. So you know, that was a lot to have to drum up the courage to say, but I was getting to the point where it was a lot, so much, you know, on me mentally, like ensconced in his well-being and taking care of him, and you know, worried about him, what happens to him mentally, not just physically, but what happens to him mentally, you know, if she doesn't come back, if she doesn't check back in, and if she, you know, remains gone, it's what, you know, what does that look like? Because clearly, you know, that means he comes and he stays with me, but you know, then there's a mental aspect to overcome, you know, when your life changes so dramatically and so quickly. So, you know, trying to get him to, you know, understand, you know, okay, you know, we got knocked out, we got the wind knocked out of us, but we're still able to get up and continue fighting. Let's get through the battle. That was a lot, you know. And again, he's diabetic, you know, and it just felt like it was something else that we were dealing with. And you know, we've overcome that. Whew. Definitely overcome that. But he did end up losing his job. That was the reason I was battling so hard, so that he can get strength, so he can get stronger, so he could, you know, return to work and work, you know, at the pace that he used to before. But he wasn't able to get back in a timely enough manner. And, you know, they worked with him. as much as they could, but a job still had to be done, and it still needed to be done with quality. We don't want anybody else to suffer simply because you're not able to meet the tasks that are set forth for this position. And so, um, yeah, I told him I definitely, sorry, I hope I'm back. I just got another message from someone else. But I definitely, there's Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. How are you? I've been telling everybody what I've been going through, Lizzie, and how I've been handling, not really well, but trying, some of the things that I'm going through. But because of this community and her closeness and how connected everybody is, that when I go to other people's channels and I listen to them and I laugh and I engage, how that helps me. I can always diamond paint, although I'm still struggling to find time to diamond paint and cross stitch and play with my clay. But what I will say is, you're alone when you do that. You're just by yourself and all alone. Ain't got nobody share with me. But when I go to the channels and I hear your stories and we laugh, that pulls me in, and it helps me so much. Helps me get over what I'm feeling in that moment. Helps me kind of work through, you know, feeling sorry for myself, beating myself up. And I get through. I'm able to endure and stuff. So I appreciate so much everybody. Everyone's my favorite. I can't wait to go to everyone's show tomorrow. Definitely gonna try to make it to my girl Steph's channel. I'm still usually working, but I'm always lurking in the background. And I know a lot of you like, Tia was here. I'll say bye or something like that. I didn't know she was here. But hey, Angie's, how's your daughter? Um, but yeah, it just helps, and then I go right from there into Jenny Polly. I love her smile. I love talking to her. I want to hug her. Um, how people tell you those feel good stories and they just uplift you and they make you feel so wonderful. And that's Jenny and her sister, you know. And then we go into Fried Mickey. Mickey is so bright and just her and Rebecca have this great collab going on right now. And I don't know, Friday it was like everybody was in there, engaged and stuff. And I was still working, but I be cheating. Somebody I forgot I was on a live mentor, and I was sharing information and going over. I do a lot of policy review, looking up policies, going over and explaining why this can't or why we can. And I was sharing my screen. So I kind of forgot that I had been sharing my screen, and I popped over into YouTube, and somebody was like, "Oh, you sitting there? You doing YouTube?" And I'm sitting there trying to watch YouTube, laughing. I'm typing, and I was still on share. So if you guys start to get weirdos that are popping in and things like that, I'm sorry. That was probably somebody from one of my lectures. So I do apologize. um, and then J Rob and Crashly are doing an awesome Free to Be Me. Free to Be Me. And I think about the collabs and what they represent. And yeah, a lot of people have been embracing just different things. This one was all encompassing, all crafts. And I liked a lot of the questions that they asked throughout the collab. And I like that, again, little tiny moments that people just don't realize how they're impacting, how it would help me through. There was definitely a lot of moments these last, since the 1st of July where I've been beating myself up. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Oh, I want to lose my license. Oh, I've studied so hard. And then there's moments where, I'm feeling empowered. He better not come this way. Let him come this way. Let's see what he get. I'm going to give him a double knuckle sandwich. And then I'm back to being Tia. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to wear any butterflies today. so, it's been an up and down roller coaster. But through it all, I've definitely gone to the community. And I think that you guys have just helped keep me sane. Like I said, everybody's my favorite because, each day has brought something different. And each day, I tune into someone, that little bit of just peace and zen and laughter and happiness, the smiles and things, that just gets me through. And sometimes that's what it's about. That's what we're here for. And so I applaud all of you. I appreciate everybody and all that they do to make sure that, they have their content and they're having fun and they're enjoying, these crafts and things. Because I really do feel like that's what it's about, being able to have our zenful, peaceful moments. My daughter is doing good. In a month and a half, my daughter, hospital, my mom, hospital 2 times. And now, and then me in the hospital in ICU for a week. You're home and recovering. I had no idea. I know I hadn't spoken to you. Not a good month for my family. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Angie. But I'm glad that you're home and you're recovering. Okay? And just, you guys are in my thoughts, and you can always reach out. Well, I think you know that. So, yeah, see? And Angie's in here. She's home. She's recovering and recuperating. And guess what? That's what this is about, just having those info moments and things. So I definitely appreciate. Look at, and Lizzie's up. It's late there, Lizzie. What you doing? Did you go to the restroom? Lizzie caught me on her way from the bed to the restroom. She on her way back. All right. I'm sorry. I'm getting messages. When I get messages, sending you well wishes. Oh, Shell's still up. It's late there. I so appreciate you. Rochelle been here since the bell dropped, and I was a little bit late. You're up, Lizzie? Up. Lizzie's up. What time is it there? It's late. It's like 12 something, right? I feel loved. I got on Lizzie yesterday, guys, because I don't hear from her that much. Not anymore. Lizzie got a man. And that man is taking my time. You don't sleep? Okay. So it's 12:41. Okay. So I was teasing her. I was like, I reached out to you. When you don't reach out to me, I ain't heard from you. And she was like, you don't call me. She dogged me out. You see what she did? She was like, the phone works both ways, Tia. You can call me too. Because I don't want to disrupt Clem. So I'm being respectful. But Lizzie, I don't have no Clem. You can call me. If I answer, that means I'm up. I should have never said who is next because, dang, it was me. Oh, also, my children are out and about. I will be up until they get in and tell me about I used to love to do that. My son would bring a house full of fools home with him. And they'd be sitting around. My son's best friend, he loves to talk to my mom. He feels like, and she hate when he do this, but he call her grandma. She don't like when my kids call her grandma, let alone other kids. And he come in and he just has taken her over. And he'd be like, Grandma, let me tell you about my night. And she'd be like, yeah, don't call me grandma. And he'll just keep talking. My mother wants to be called Nana. She feels like grandma is like an old moniker. And so Nana sounds more refined. It sounds youthful. It sounds like somebody who had, their first kid at 15 and the grandkid came along at 30. That's what Nana sounds like. But, she wants to assimilate to that. So I guess, I love to say, hey, y'all, go get your grandma. Tell your grandma to come. But my kids try. They be like, I tell your mom to come. But Caesar, that's my son's best friend. He don't care. And he come in and he be like, Grandma, let me tell you about my night. Let me tell you what we did. And he'll just go right in. What you think I should have did? She'd be like, don't call me Grandma, call me Nana. And then she'll go into her answer. And he'd be like, Grandma, what about if I did? And he just will not call her Nana. But they do talk about their night and they have a good time. Yes. And we will be up until the birds start chirping. I'm off this week and they both head back to school this weekend. Oh, I know you can't wait. Yeah, those are great times. Great times. I remember when my son was in school and my son used to come in. He did everything. He would be on campus. He was like on campus activist and things like that, for the wrong thing. Save the butterflies, I'd be like, y'all don't have political, yeah, but those are the serious groups, Mom. I'd be like, okay, we're going all out for save the worms. And I forget, he had some crazy activist groups that he belonged to, but they weren't like serious. So that's my son. He was in the Young Republicans Club when he was in high school. He don't talk politics at all now. Now, I don't know if he got beat up or what, but he don't talk politics at all. So I think that's fun. So, yeah, good. I hope that they come in and have some great tales, things like that. Yeah. Well, you're welcome, Angie. No worries. So, fun times. As long as he enjoyed it, that's all that matters. Yeah, he would how they would, wear, like he didn't cross or anything like that. My daughter, she wants to pledge, but she's going to wait until grad chapter. But my son, he felt like he didn't want to be associated with just any one entity. He wanted to be for the people, as he calls it. He want to hang with everybody. I want to be for the people, Mom. And there's nothing wrong with that. So he wants to hang with everybody and he wants to be, friends and have a good time with everyone. And so he always, just kind of walked to the beat of his own drum and he would be on campus having a good time. He'd go hang out with this group, go hang out with that group. I'll see y'all later. Go hang out with this group. Hung with everybody. In high school, he enjoyed science. So it would not be out of the ordinary for him to, do hang with the science geeks and, work on blowing things up. You're so very welcome. Hugs. Thanks for coming, Jenny. Love you. Can't wait to see you. It's going to be a while, but I can't wait. And I hope that I get through the lottery. I don't know what I'm going to do if I don't get through the lottery. I think I'm going to cry. I remember last time I cried. It was over Chuck Pinson. Yeah. You guys saw me. I cried on my show. I tried to order the doggone Chuck Pinson. It was in my cart. I placed an order for it. You guys know how Diamond Art Club used to do us, right? They would send you the link, your order, and then it wouldn't ship out. And you're like, what's going on? They'd be like, there was an issue with the inventory. We can cancel the order and give you your money back. Don't nobody want their money back. They want the painting that they ordered. How many times has that happened? And you're like, I don't want the money. I want the painting. And they can't give you the painting. So I was in love with Chuck Pinson painting, and I waited too long. And I'll never forget, I missed out. And everybody's painting was coming in. And this is when I stopped doing unboxings. I wasn't really good at them anyway, because I didn't have nowhere to really do them. And my boobs were getting away. So I wasn't really good at unboxings. my mom said, does everybody buy the same painting and then unbox it on? And she just ruined the fun. Like it wasn't fun no more. And I was sitting here and I watch other people's unboxing, and everybody was unboxing this Chuck Pinson. And by the time it came back around for my show, I started crying. I was like, sometimes in life, there's things that you just wish you didn't miss out on. And I am telling you, if you have the opportunity, y'all have to, it's one of my, it's old. It was 2019, I think. If you have the opportunity and the wherewithal to get a painting, don't hesitate. Get it, because it may not be there when you want it. We build art. I was going on. I was crying. No, I just missed out on it. Oh, I was good. And then Mrs. Coffee, she finished the painting, and she was like, "Oh, Tia, good thing you missed out on it." She was like, "It was a whole bunch of confetti," and I just wanted to cry even more. Yes, I did. I did get it. Everybody who watched that video made sure when it came back on Diamond Art Club, I got ping, 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 ping. I was like, oh, what's going on? I'm popular today. What's going on? And Chuck Pinson's, this was Island Time. And Island Time had came back on the site. So the addiction is that real. It is that real. I cried. And I have never, ever since that experience, I have never shortchanged myself. I have a budget, $200 a month. If I don't spend it, it goes on to the next month. So, and there have been times when I lost my job and my sister, Rebecca, was trying to help me get through. I will tell you, I had a talk. It was Island Time. Yep. And I had a talk with her because I wondered, should I stop my budget until I start working again? Or should I keep my crafting budget, my diamond painting budget? And if you guys know me, you know I didn't stop. I was still, it was a budget. I knew exactly how much money I had saved up. And when I needed to, I had I think 8 or 9 months before I would have got tight, and I would have really needed to have been working. And so I still bought diamond paintings. I still did everything. But I remember saying, okay, should I keep this budget or not? People were like, I thought you said you lost your job. Did you tell me you just bought 4 diamond paintings? It's like, I did, but I did a budget, and so I'm still buying. That painting is beautiful. Yep, Jenny, your painting looks really good. Yes, that's what you're doing right now. It is. Yes, Island Time. And I'm telling you, girl, I love it. I love it. I've never opened it. I think I only have 2 Chuck Pinsons that I've opened. I'm going to wait until I get to them. So I enjoy when you guys do the unboxing. My art collection, which is what I call my stash, an art collection. My art collection, for the most part, is untouched. I've opened my AliExpress ones, and I think I had a total altogether 96 from AliExpress. And Wish, do you guys remember Wish? Is that still around? Remember when people would buy clothes from Wish? I loved your Pinson one called Hope. Oh, yes, Angie's. That Hope runs deep. I got so many, even to this day, I got so many compliments on Hope runs deep. Yes, that Chuck Pinson was a beautiful painting to work. It was a joy. Definitely a joy. What I love about diamond painting is it's an epoch of time. When you look at the painting, you can remember what you were going through, what music you were kind of listening to and vegging out to. If you watch a series, you can think about the series that it's not only an image that is captured, that moment in time on a canvas, but everything that you were doing at that time, for those 4 weeks or those 6 weeks, whatever you had major going on, that just automatically comes back. Hope runs deep. I was at a good place. I was enjoying life. It was before I lost, the other job. And I'm telling you, it was like really before the pandemic hit. I'll never forget. It was, I just finished up and I was ordering some other stuff, and then the pandemic hit. But yeah, you completed Hope Runs Deep. I love it. Yes, it is so beautiful. So it's coming into a lot of people. My son feels like we disrespect Thanksgiving because we always go from like Halloween right on into Christmas. And so that year, I think I started November 1 and, and enjoyed the heck out of it. Right on up until Christmas. Once it was done, I'll never forget. I don't hang my paintings up, but Hope runs deep. Nobody's sitting on this couch because this is going across the couch. I laid it across the couch and it just sat there. Anybody would come in the living room, you come in, hang out, get on the floor. All this space down here. Sit on the floor. But let the painting, have its moment. Let it, be the centerpiece of the living room. So that's so mean and selfish, right? But at that point, you couldn't tell me that this is not how you give a Chuck Pinson. It's just due, right? So that's what I did. I never forget it. Stayed on the couch for at least 3 weeks. Are you doing the Chuck-along? And if so, which one? This is the Chuck-along number 6, I think. I'm trying to, yeah. I have 34, 35, I think, Chuck Pinsons. I love him. He's my favorite artist, definitely, by far. And it's always hard for me to choose which one. Even for like this current the Great Escapes, I have um enjoying the outdoors, which is, you guys know how I camp. And so, it's like, oh yeah, fall will be coming. It'll be camping time. Get back into camping, get out there, enjoy some fresh outdoors. Can't wait. And I think I've put down maybe not even one of these, full sections. Because like I said, I get in my mind, I'm working too much, and I'm checking, I'm rechecking. You seen the post on the VIP group, that painting that has incredible conversation ongoing? Yeah, I have. So I'm going, you know, I don't know. I'm trying. I stay connected by coming to everybody's channel. I stay connected by listening to everybody's stories. I stay connected by making sure I have things that I want to share with you guys so that you can diamond paint and hear me, or you can diamond paint, crochet, or you can knit. I know there's some people out there that's trying to learn knitting. Melly is learning how to crochet. She's doing awesome. Like, she took that on. Did you see that, Rochelle? Melly Chim, she took it on. She's crocheting. I think y'all should do something. Are you going to ever crochet again, Rochelle? You're working on a Chuck currently for the Great Escape event along with the DP diamond painting for. Oh, you doing 2 projects? Ooh, I don't do that no more. I'm trying to get away from that. That's where all this went left. Listening to Purple Door Crafts, my Sherry, she was saying a couple of years ago, Melly is rock. Yes, she does. I learned to crochet and I love it. She is rocking it out. She shared, her first feeble attempts, and she shared, I'm gonna start again. And that looked, really decent. And then she is rocking it out. So don't give up. If you guys are trying a new craft, don't give up. Give it a second, give it a third, give it a fourth, try. And next thing you know, it won't be awkward. It won't, deter you. You won't get frustrated. But she is rocking it out. She's sharing a lot on Facebook and she is doing a fantastic job. So yeah, it has good to her. good, 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 good. Yeah. She did a great video on crocheting. She is just rocking it out. She really is. For me, that's what I've been trying to do is just give, at least stay connected to the community because you guys do help me through, and to be here, for when other people are also needing to be connected. I think we align, we all align. Like we all like this particular artist. We all like that, and so having a way to align with people is amazing. And so I'm here. Like I said, I come running in. I knew I was going to be cutting it close because I was trying to get, baby girl. Um, just so you guys are aware, they call her Little Tia also. So she stole my butterflies. She's stealing my wallet. It's my truck money. And then on top of that, they gave her my name. They call her Little Tia. I agree. Don't give up. Do what you can and donate supplies when you're. That's Rochelle, guys. She showed up at the retreat. She bought this yarn, gorgeous colors, to do the temperature along with Marissa and Rebecca. And the beautiful aspect of it is she was giving it a try. And she bought the necessary supplies and she's going to join in. She is all in until she wasn't. And when she wasn't, she showed up at the retreat and said, here you go. This is what I bought to join in. I'm not doing that anymore. Here, you can have the rest and have fun. And yes, I knew I would get a smile from that comment. Yes, you did. I was laughing. I was cracking up. I was like, well, look at that. At least you knew that you had somewhere to take the yarn to. I would have done the same. I should give my cheap clay that she would probably throw away, but I should give my cheap clay to Crashly, because Crashly is who gave me my clay passion. I had those little sets where you got the handle, the little opaque not opaque, translucent little case, and you can see they got 82 colors of half-ounce clay in the so I had bought that and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do something with some clay. And you gotta know what you're doing, and you definitely gotta know about the clay. So I was like, it's hard. It was like hurting my hand. I'm like, I already have arthritis. I ain't gonna be able to do anything. So I let it go. Then I went to the retreat and I took a polymer clay class taught by the infamous Ashley Kohlmeyer. You guys know her as Crazy Crashly. And the things that she showed us and how to make the pins and things and how to make other designs and veneers and, jelly rolls. I was like, oh my gosh, I can go home and finally do something with the clay that I bought. And I did that. And I fell in love. And next thing Billy was in the class with me. And you guys know me, Billy, and Crashly. We've done some crazy videos where we had some challenges. And we stepped to those challenges and made some canes. And I don't know how I worked through these, but I did it. And they come out. You slice them in half and you turn them and you show them. And she's like, I don't know. I don't know how I did that. These hands have butterfly juice in them. And they make miracles happen. I guess that's what happened. But there was some challenges where I was definitely like, I'm going to bow out. I'm done. And it turned out, it came out. I don't know how. But yeah. Yes. Same thing with the paint, but I'll try a bit more. You talking about on the rock? The paint on the rock? I didn't take that class. Magic. Butterfly magic. Yes. So, so I don't know. We did the snowflake cane. It was, I don't know. They had a long snake. It looked like a long snake, like this snake. Okay, it was coming out. It was round. And, and mine looked like, I'm not lying, and I don't know how I did it, but mine was round like this. It wasn't like a length. It was just like a big flat pancake. And so how I got this to go into this, we can all, we know that we squeezed and then it would come out this way, but it retained the design in the middle that we were trying to create. And that, reshaping, it should have distorted big time, but it didn't. And so once I finally got it into a snake, and then we cut it and sliced it in half, and my snowflake appeared, it was like, wow, I can't believe, So I don't know how that occurred, because usually, that's why clay matters. That's why the clay you use matters, because some clay, will distort into itself, and it'll blend, and it'll start, to look like you're mixing ice creams or something, sherbets. But if it's a good enough clay, it will retain its shape and it won't distort, And so I use my cheap clay though for that, and it's still, I guess it was good enough. So you have to you got to know where you get your clay from. It can't be Sochi. It can't be Sculpey 3. That's for sure. And I think I used my Magic Fly, my cheap clay. You guys ever seen this? Yes. They sell it. See, it's 45. They sell it online. I don't use it much anymore, but this is what the blocks look like. They sell these on Amazon. See? And I guess what occurred was the clay. I think that this is like the off brand of Arteza. And I think Tia Magic. I believe that is why it worked. But for this clay, this didn't work. These little cheapy ones. The little clear containers. So those don't have an off. They the off of the off brand. They the off of the off brand. That's like, how you used to could go to the store and you could buy like kids shoes, and kids were like off brands of Converse or something. And then you go and you buy the shoes that they just white. They just don't have no brand on them. Yeah. And then you could go to the 99-cent store, and every once in a while you might see those white shoes, but in the 99-cent store, and you're like, how did these $9 shoes make it into the 99 cents? Because kids is like $20, $30, and Converse is like $60, $70. So these are 99-cent versions of Converse. That's what that clear clay is. They're the even great value. Right, Jenny? So yeah, it's the 99-cent version of the Converse. You didn't go halfsies like you do with kids, and they weren't the $9.99s you can get at Target, and maybe before Kmart left. I miss Kmart. You could get them for $11.99 because Kmart, they didn't have the same stuff, but theirs started to be a little more overpriced. And I understand they was going through bankruptcy, but we can't help save all of y'all. You sometimes, to compete, you might want to reduce your prices, not increase. But I think that's what happened. It's like, oh, we weren't shopping at Sears anymore anyway. Is Sears still around? Does anybody still have a Sears in their town? Because remember, it used to be Roebuck, and it was Sears and Roebuck. Then it was, we're going to help Kmart out. We're going to bail them out. We're going to buy them. And we're going to all suffer and go into chapter, 13 together. So they went, or chapter 11, maybe, for businesses. I can't remember. So, yep. You guys have been rocking out with me. It is 10:07. 1:07, 1:08 a.m. East Coast. My forehead is healing. For those of you who tuned in late, the vampire went out in the sun. I was only out in the sun for like 2 hours, but I don't know. I'm starting to have a little too much of my dad in me. My face turns red here, 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 and here. And then, if I was out there too long, it flares and then peels. 1:08. Wow. We've been rocking. It's like the old days. Remember back when I first started my channel, I used to go live for 3 hours. I used to wait for Pippa and all my friends down in Australia. They would come in as they were getting up. Yes, we have a Sears. It's a ways away, like 40-minute drive. You still have a Sears? Tell them to let go of any of their Kmart holdings. Is it just Sears or is it Sears and Roebuck? That would be interesting to know. What about JCPenney's? They still around there? I just went to JCPenney's about 3 weeks ago. Still around. Couldn't believe it. They still got the hair salon. You know how many people who you get your hair done? Yeah, it's looking real good. Oh, thank you. Where you get it done at? JCPenney. How many people remember the all-night era with Papa and etc. Yeah, Papa and Rachel. Love JCPenney's. We have Penny's and Kmart. And where you live? You got a Kmart still? I'm hearing that there are some places that do still have a Kmart. Does it say Sears and Roebuck? Here's what I don't understand. Pippa and Rachel. Yep, they used to be here. You said Pippa. I was wondering. I thought that's who you meant. Rachel Ray used to be here because they were just getting up. Pippa, Rachel Ray. We used to Miss Coffee. We used to always be late. You're in Miami. I'm gonna have to check out I haven't been to Miami since 2014. So if anybody ever seen me in person, you guys know my back is tatted, and I got one of my lower tattoos. I don't have a tramp stamp, if that's what you guys are wondering. No, I didn't go that far down. But my back is tatted, and I will be starting a sleeve. And Miami is one of the places I like, but you guys got a ton of tattoo places down there. I do like. There were 3 tattoo shops I couldn't decide between. I went to all of them, but I ended up going to one off of Ocean. And I enjoyed that. They had the best customer service. They hung out and rocked out with us all night. It was 5 of us. It was like, I went there to get a tattoo. They came in to see, and keep company. And we all ended up getting tatted up that night. It was a lot of fun. So, yep, I'm trying to get my mom to get one. She is looking at it. My grandmother talked me into getting my first tattoo. She was very, very, my grandmother was a tomboy. And you guys have heard me talk about her a lot on my shows. I idolize her because it couldn't be easy to grow up a tomboy in her era, where young girls were raised to want to get married and to keep house, She definitely did what she was supposed to, but in her own way. In her own way. I'm going to take all these girls. We all going fishing. I don't care if he want to come or not. And y'all going to put a worm on this pole and we going to fish together. You want to eat? So, hey, Tina, how are you? How is your mom? How's your mom? Me and my daughters want to get a small matching tattoo. That's a good idea, like a family crest. I think that is an awesome idea. Um, so yeah, I was sitting. Oh, I just read that. Sorry about that. I got thrown off. I do apologize. Tina came in, and Tina's mom is awesome. So, not that you're not, not that you're not. Hi, how are you? But her mom and I had such fun last year. So look at you. Everybody is just coming in, hanging out. Yeah, those were early days. So I went down. I got my third tattoo, I think it was, in Miami, and I have 5 altogether. So nothing wrong with it. I'm gonna, like I said, one of these days I'm gonna have a sleeve. No, really. Um, what? I'm getting hit up. Here we go. Look at me. I'm getting trolled. I think it was fun, for a minute. Fuck. It's not letting me. What does that mean? Okay, well, it didn't let me do the last one. It says you were, but you're not. Two. Oh, man. Oh, man, Tina, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, you guys are. I met him when he came to get you and your mom. Yep. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. I hope that, you guys are definitely, able to just surround them with a lot of love and a lot of peace. My heart is going out to all of you because that cannot be easy to be facing. So, my heart is going out to you. Okay. Yeah, and I remember meeting him. Ah, oh, that was your hubby. And your husband's dad. Okay. All right. I remember meeting him, but that was your husband's dad. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. But I still, my heart still goes out because that's still not easy. So hugs to you, hon. Yep, I bet. I definitely bet. Mm. Yeah, so we were sitting there in 5 deep, 5 of us, getting our tattoo. Gentleman comes in and he says, um, what kind of snacks or something like that are we getting? And they ordered snacks and beverages, not drinks, because you don't want to be getting tatted up and be drunk, but they ordered drinks for us and stuff. It was nice. I have 5 tattoos, like I said, and nobody's ever brought snacks around while we're getting inked. And so I thought that was good. Anytime the shoulder can get a snack, it might be a good thing. But that's Miami. I had a tattoo in Miami. I got tattooed in Detroit. I got tatted up in Columbus, Ohio, and where in Pittsburgh. And my third one um, was in somebody's home. It was like a personal tattoo. Yeah, and so that one, um, like this gentleman told me that you got your tattoo with your dad. Oh, that was probably really special. I got one on my back of my dad. I have one of each of my kids. I have one. I was feeling empowered, just an empowering moment, when I first went off to college, and I had moved from the dorms into my first apartment, and I was just like, oh, empowering moment. I'm doing it. And I talked to my grandmother and I was like, yeah, I wanted to do something different. And so everybody's celebrating, they're going out, they're drinking, they're buying themselves, new hair and things. I don't need any new hair. I would like to get a tattoo. And my grandmother was like, do it. Get your tattoo. Where you going to get it at? I was like, Grandma, if I get a tattoo, you don't be yelling at me and be mad at me later, are you? And she was like, no, I might get one with you. I was like, yeah, let's go. She was like, no, I'm not going to go. But I am definitely applauding that. And I got a tattoo. My name, my heart and everything. Yeah, it was an empowering moment. And it lasts. It commemorated something that I was very proud of. And that commemoration lasts, and I didn't lose it because, I've been commemorated before. And I have placards and things I can't find, like when I graduated. How many people had their parents buy them this class ring and stuff? I don't have any ring. I cannot find my class ring at all. College was awesome times. Yes, it was. Definitely awesome times. We learned a lot. So, yeah, I had a class ring that I had to have. My dad was like, you sure you want that? And yes. My brother opted for $1,000 cash. I'll never forget. And I was like, I can think of better ways for Poppy to spend his money. I want a class ring. I forget. I wanted some other stuff as well. My brother got a wardrobe. He was smart about his. He got a new wardrobe, and he got $1,000 cash to do whatever he wanted. My mom is a handful in a nursing home. Her left leg is paralyzed from a stroke. Her memory is not good. She keeps trying to get. Oh, well, I hope that they're able to get the kind of rails that pull up and that lock into place. I got in trouble, so I didn't get a class ring. Yeah, I had to have it. And my dad kept saying, you sure? Because this ring was like $300 and something. But I definitely had to have it. Can't find the ring anywhere. Had it been a tattoo, boom, it would still be there. I could have put glitter and stuff on it by now and, had it highlighted and things. Woo! But I can't find my class ring anywhere at all whatsoever. So we'll see. That's my mom. Mm-hmm. Mom, mm-hmm. You ready for me? Mm-hmm. My mom called me today, guys. I'm telling. No, don't say I mean it. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. It came out so naturally. I'm gonna tell it. My mother called me the spawn of Satan. Demon spawn. I was like, what? Did you say that out loud? She said, did I? Last year. Remember last year, guys? Or was it 2 years? It was 2 years ago. She called me Maleficent. Yep. Rochelle says, hey, mama. Yes. She called me Maleficent. It was very natural. And here's the funny part. She keeps saying these things in front of my friend. I call my friend Tylisha Booby. She comes in here from time to time. You lost yours too, Lizzie? Not good. So we'll be hanging out and things like that. And my mom, she was like so we think that my friend Ty is very strict on her daughters. Very strict. Like we can't buy them stuff. We can't buy them gifts. We bought them, there's 2 of them, and we bought them 50 educational items. The goal behind this was that every day after school, and it was identical items, that, she gets with the daughters and they do something educational, but together, kind of get away from maybe TV and, do something structured. And we buy these bags, these special bags and stuff to put them in. We number everything, wrapped everything individually. So, and this was, I think, was it last year? It might have been last year. So we give them to her, and she was like, they'll never see it. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? They'll never see it. And I'm like, oh. My mom says something like, just beat their ass and then let them have some fun. It's like, Mom, we can't do that. We don't condone hitting. Like that's why they say I'm the way I am, because they feel like they didn't beat me enough. And I was like, see, that's not right, Mom. We shouldn't think like that. And she says, you old Maleficent, I don't know. And I was like, Did you just call me Maleficent? And my friend Ty, she's busting up laughing. So fast forward to today. We're on the phone. You guys already heard the story about my daughter. So I'm complaining. Let me tell you about your niece. She calls me up. I got to do this. I have to do that. I got to do this. My mom is there. She's listening. She was adding in the little extra 2 pennies. And then she starts to talk about my nieces, her 2 daughters. And I'm like, because they're like 9 and 10. They're very young. And so she's like, I think you should just beat their ass. And I was like, Mom, no. She was like, stop, demon spawn. Don't tell me what. And I was like, demon spawn, Mom. And she was like, I said that out loud. I was like, just like when you called me Maleficent. And my friend Ty got to be there for both. Because each time that my mom calls me crazy names, Ty was there. It was like because of her. It was like, and every time she calls me something weird, you're the reason. I'm trying to stop her from telling you to beat your kids. So I'm Demon Spawn, just so you guys know. Demon Spawn. I wouldn't tell my kids that. I told my mom she was going to scar me for life. And when I grow up, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get over this because she called me Demon Spawn. What do you guys think? It was all in fun, but I was like, ouch, ouch. That on top of being called Maleficent is just raw. It's like cutting me open and adding salt, right? What do you think, Lizzie? Lizzie thinks I'm extremely spoiled, so I don't think that she's going to come in on my side with this one. But we'll see. What do you think, Lizzie? She's like, Tia, you have me typing. I was on my way back to the bed. You're taking a long enough pee break. Well, she probably fell asleep. Terms of endearment, she makes you yes, she does. She makes me mimosas. But she sure didn't want me to tell you guys. And she come creeping in here. She was getting herself something to drink, so I just had to. My mom thinks she is going home, but she won't be able to. We have to sell everything of hers. And my brother is the advocate for my mom. And he had a nervous breakdown and had to take 5. No work. Yeah. Whew. I can understand that. I had an aunt. She went into the nursing home. My dad let her know that, it was just for a little bit of time so that she can heal. And so going to visit her was the worst. I never forget, I had Justin with me. It was before I had my daughter. And I was taking him up to see her, hang out and hug. And he had to be 2, maybe. He was old enough to walk, so it was definitely over 2, maybe 3. And we were leaving, and he says, look, Mom. And I looked, she done got her purse off the nightstand. She in her wheelchair, and she's scooting behind us. And I was like, Aunt Lou, what are you doing? And she was like, I'm ready. Now let's go. I want to get out of here. And I was like, oh, no. Let's get you back to your room. I don't want to stay here. I'm ready to go. And, that's a hard conversation. And I told my dad, what did you tell her? Why did she think she was leaving? Yeah, Dad said he was sending somebody to get me. And he was like, I didn't tell her it was you. I was like, why did you tell her that at all? But it was to get her to stay, So that's a hard, position and predicament to be in. It's a mess, and we don't know how we're going through all of this. I get that. I do. Yep. Those are stories that, again, they're difficult and they are painful, but they are helpful, and they offer enlightenment because somebody else can think about the things that you share And then they can maybe see if there's something that they can do that if they were in that situation might prepare them a little bit better. So I thank you, you and Tina, both for sharing. I know that Angie and I are kindred spirits because me and her daughter have been through some similar tragedy, but you know, just getting those stories out sometimes, like I said, is able to help people. Only asked me to break her. Yeah, yeah, mom only asked you because she probably knows you're the one that'll figure a way to do it. That's how my aunt was. Man, she just, I hated to go visit. Well, I didn't hate to go visit, but I did hate leaving because we went through that every time, you know, every time. So I can definitely understand what you're going through. If you find a way, maybe for a day. I used to ask my dad, "Can we go get her just for one day?" Let her get out and things like that, and let her know, this is, you've outlasted me. Yeah, you're off to bed. Oh my, I'm trying to be strong for my mom. You're doing amazing, and I'm pretty sure that you're keeping your mom's spirits up. She has an awesome strength of her own, but sometimes we just need some other people to kind of be there for us and look out for us and make sure that we feel supported. And so that's awesome that you're there and you're her support system, because there's going to be some strength and things like that. The comfort that you guys can get in being there, and it's not, how people always wish they could say that one, I didn't get a chance to say this, I didn't get a chance to do this. These are hurtful moments and times, but hopefully this allows you guys to at least not have that stress and that strain on you. I wish I could have said this, I wish I could have done that, I wish this, you know if we could have just talked one last time, because I have that so much about my dad. you know I got a call on Christmas evening, and I hadn't been home for Christmas, but we did always used to, we would get on. This was back in Yahoo Messenger, instant messenger days, when you could click on your laptop and video cam back and forth. And I would have the laptop set up to where, and we would have microphones coming out of the laptop and just kind of spend the day, you know on Yahoo Messenger and things like that. And so that one particular day, we 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 would usually get up, and he would be able to watch the kids open their gifts. Anything I sent to him, he would open anything. But I was feeling guilty because I was crocheting him a blanket and I hadn't finished it. I was like days away, but I had not finished it, and I was going to have it overnighted so that he can get it. And he passed away on that Christmas day, that evening. So Mom's 91. She doesn't want to leave her home. I don't blame her. So we are trying to find help for her. She won't let us, and it's hard. Yeah, that's true. Because that's what they want, their independence. And they want to be home, and they want to be surrounded by their belongings and things that they're familiar with, and things that bring them happiness and bring them joy. So find, um, if you're able to find a way, blessings and stuff. My dad is 80, very, very young. Now when everybody is getting up close to 100 and things, that is definitely, young. So my heart just definitely goes out. Definitely goes out. Yep. So, well, I might as well make it 6 more minutes because I haven't done this in a while. I still get amazing deep life lessons, actually, end of life lessons from the kids in long term care. Yeah, I that takes a special soul that you have, Cheryl, to work, with kids and things. I'm the only one that can make her laugh and do crazy stuff, Haven't been able to go back and see her because of my hospital trip. And I cried because she can't be here for me. Right? You know, I, I don't know what I would do without my mom, especially when I fell off the wagon and wasn't on my collagen and the pain came back. Like I said, it was worse than when I initially had the pain. And I was like, why is this, my mother, you guys know my mom, she's out walking 11, 12,000, steps, 1,000 steps. She gets out. She will go to the store in 111 degrees, come back here with a case of beer under one hand and 2 gallons of milk. You know who the milk's for, in the other hand, in 111 degrees. Yeah, she definitely will. And then she'll come in, she'll make me my favorite cup. I bought this at the retreat because the milk stays ice cold as if it was in the freezer the whole time. She'll make me my favorite cup, and then she takes her barley. That's what she calls her beer. It's time for me to take my barley, and she pour it, into her. She has one like this as well, and it does. It keeps it ice cold. She likes that. So she gets her barley, and yeah, she does all her walking, and her barley is her reward. And my mother she don't have shoulders like me. She's like a size 4. I wish I had her shoulders. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure these are my dad's shoulders. He was like 6'5". I didn't get any of his height. So unfair. But I got all of his shoulders. It's like my dad was like 6'5". He was like 300 pounds, 325, something like that. No joke. It really is 110 degrees in Vegas. Yes, and she goes walking in 110-degree weather. And you know what she says? Not, oh yeah, you got to be careful because the sun. She says, because I'm a vampire. She says, so what? You can still come with me, Mom. Just call me Demon Spawn, and I'm a vampire. My face is breaking out every time I go in the sun. And you want me to go walking with you in 110 degrees? But when we went camping, even though it was 118 degrees, there was no walking. There was no walking. We were literally just out. We had our tent up, and now we got our tea. Keep in mind that your new drink has an effect on the skin. You talking about milk? Milk is doing this? Is you doing this to me, Cheryl? Is she doing that? Is you really ruining milk for me? It looks so bad. Um, I don't have a filter on. I told you guys I was coming in raw tonight, and I am. I was opening up, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about my favorites. And this is, yeah. So we'll see. Cheryl is basically saying that milk, the powder. And new drink has an effect on the skin. You talking about this, the collagen? You think the collagen is impacting me? I stopped taking it though. I can't do it again. Because I go through so much. Like it really does help the pain. But I did stop taking it to test to see. And then I took my butt back out in the sun. And when I was off of it, I still had this flare up. Thank you, Angie's. I'm trying, but I feel so ugly, you know. And I told my mom, I don't feel pretty. I feel so ugly, so unattractive. Like my skin is catching. I can wean off of the collagen. I don't know if I want. I'm trying to wean off of milk. It's hard. I did it twice, and I lasted, I think, 2 days. I lasted 2 days. I was throwing stuff. I don't want this. This is crazy. What is going on? I was throwing stuff around the house. Ah! My mother was like, you need to get you some milk because you getting on my last nerve. It's like, Mom, I don't know what's going on. This is all your fault. You should have breastfed me. I would hate milk right now if you breastfed me. Like, if you drink breast milk because it's a little sweetness to it and things, it's, trying to get somebody who was on breast milk over to regular milk, it's not going to happen. It's so nasty. Oh, Lizzie was there. She was like, what's going on with your forehead? Thank you, Lizzie. She got to see it up close. And she was like, ugh. Yeah. And it's just be sure to use high SPF for the face. Yes, that's what I've been hearing. Tima told me that. And I do have some banana boat. I just need to remember to put it on before I go somewhere. But I did get some with high SPF. And yeah, because I'm tired of being a vampire. And I live in the desert, and we have at least 320 plus days of sunshine per year. So that's very difficult, to not be able to go out or, deal with the consequences. But yeah, I definitely think that I'm just at a point where I have to put on SPF every time. Again, probably just a little too much of my dad coming through. And yeah, but I'm trying. Trying. Yeah. Thank you, Lizzie. That's very nice of you. Look at you being a good bestie and all. Oh, she's feeling guilty, guys, because she hasn't checked on me. She is off in Bliss Land, having a good time with her man. They're having fun, which is good. He's taking care of my girl. That's also good. It's because I know he's taking care of her because she don't call and complain. Let me tell you what he did. He getting on my nerves. That's next year. Get the ring first, girl. Get the ring first. Then, make it worthwhile. Never felt old until the hospital ICU thing. And now I need help with everything, bathing, doing my hair, going to the bathroom. Yep, I need that too. I'll be asking my mom, can you come? When I was off my collagen and my hip was like, oh, and I could barely get up, oh, I'd be like, Mom, can you come here and rub my booty? And she'd be like, nah, not today, not never. You just gonna let me lay here and suffer? Yep. Please, it's hurting right here on my hip down into my buttock. She didn't care. So I applaud. But I just stay on it because, like I said, um, I don't want to have a lot of ibuprofen in my system. So I usually will take a couple a day, not a few hours a day. But when I couple it with the collagen, I don't feel the pain nearly as much. And then, I got a little bit more. Have you tried injections? I did. I had cortisone injections. They work great, but they cost more than buying collagen. And then the time aspect of going to get it done. You going to bed? Oh, we went 3 minutes over. I was top of the hour. Remember? I was just filling the time. You guys are troopers. I thank you all for hanging out with me tonight, helping me just overcome, a lot that I was going through mentally. And I hope that we have been able to be there for anyone else that might, have a moment where they just need to take a breath and, find their zen and, just breathe and, step back and reorganize. That's definitely what I've tried to do. I don't like to be disconnected from the community. I feel like you guys really are my center, my centerpiece, my core. You help with, breathing. I think we all need that. We all have to have, some source of strength, some source of, communication and, acceptance and where we can feel like we have an outlet. We have people who are aligned, who understand, who, share some of the strifes and struggles that we may go through, because that's what it takes sometimes, just being able to align. So I appreciate all of you for being there for me. I appreciate everyone who has a channel and who I'm able to go and see. You're all my favorites, and I appreciate you so much because you help me, and you guys don't even know it. You don't know how your channel and your content and your laughter and your projects and the stories that you share, how they help get me through. And I'm hoping that some of the stories I shared do the same for other people. Okay? Thank you all for coming out. Appreciate you so much. Have a good night. Bye.